It's a cherished idea, as well it should be. People have fought and died for it.
Come on over, bitch! Come on over! You stuffing dick, bitch!
Feminists do not want you to have to make alimony payments, domestic duties, overprotect, the assumption. I'm reading fuckface.
Why you need to lie about that, sir?
Well, maybe if he decided to assault George Zimmerman, he didn't want you to know about it.
That's still retarded, sir.
Well, that was just bullshit. What I'm trying to say is, fine. I don't even have cards in my hand. And I talk like a fucking lamb. This is 14 of 17. Fuck!
And police think they know why this tenant had so many containers of excrement in his apartment. Officers believe he may have been huffing jankum, a hallucinogenic drug made of gas from fermented sewage.
All right, 4. Okay, we're here on Parkwood for a very serious issue. Regardless, we'll stay here all day. I mean, it's fine.
6 million who the Holocaust! Are you saying the Holocaust is a joke? It's a joke. That's right! That's right! Don't shoot. The Holocaust is a damn joke!
Oh, go fuck yourself!
The most disrespectful son of a bitch!
Go fuck yourself, Guppy!
You have no respect for yourself!
Go fuck yourself, Guppy!
I'll get you, bitch! Get on the ground! Turn around! Turn around!
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated wham I should have to a server?
I don't know what you don't see in me. I'm the perfect guy. And yet you throw yourselves at all these obnoxious men instead of me, the supreme gentleman who will punish all of you for it.
So yeah, I know you were on edibles, so you were losing your fucking mind.
You have no fucking idea how powerful those things are. They are no fucking joke. Seriously. And that experience, it got worse. The other night, I had this brilliant idea to eat a brownie before I went to bed.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't you learn your lesson?
No, apparently not. I ate one of the issues with them is that they taste so good. So like when you bite into them, you start eating it, you have this urge to keep biting more of it. You're like, oh, it's so good, I want more.
Yeah.
So the brownie, I ate about a half of it, and then I, snuck another bite of it. I was like, yeah, I'll take this, and then I'll go to bed, and it'll be an amazing experience. I'll have a good night's sleep and maybe some weird dreams, right? That's it. Next thing I know, I wake up like at 3 a.m. in the morning, and dude, I sit up immediately, and my vision is just like green star patterns, just like smacking me in the face, just like over and over and over and over again. And I looked up and I'm like looking around, and it's just stars. My whole vision is green. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had no clue because I had just woken up. So I get up and I go downstairs to get a drink of water because my mouth is completely dry. Like it's like a desert.
Yeah.
So I get a drink of water and I go back up the stairs, right? As I'm walking up the stairs, I completely black out and I fall down the stairs.
Oh my God.
The entire flight of stairs. And all I remember is like being at the top step, and then my vision goes green, and then bam, 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 bam. I feel my body just fucking flailing down the staircase. I smashed my fucking elbow, my foot, the back of my neck, my fucking side. My whole body was like completely wrecked.
Dude, you don't smoke. You're not a weed smoker. You never really smoke weed.
No.
And edibles, for someone, never really smokes, that's like get a lifetime of smoking weed in one sitting, basically. Yeah. It turns into a psychotropic experience. It's not like being stoned.
Yeah, but I always tell people that, and they're like, I don't get that. Like, how do you get that high? I'm like, maybe it's just me. What I think it is, I think there's definitely like an undiagnosed anxiety disorder. And I think if I eat or smoke too much weed, it activates it. Because that's what it was. My fucking heart started pumping 1,000,000 miles per hour. And then I felt like I couldn't breathe. Then I try to focus on my breathing. And the more I focus on it, the more I think I'm not breathing. And this is just back and forth where I'm so high. And I'm like, am I breathing right? I feel like I'm hyperventilating. Am I hyperventilating? No, I'm not. I'm breathing fine. It's normal. And these thoughts are flying like 1,000,000 miles an hour. So I must have had a horrible panic attack going up the stairs. And I just fucking fell down the whole stairs like an idiot.
I'm still under the belief that weed kind of helps in the long run. I know it makes anxiety like really in your fucking face and sometimes, but I think it's beneficial in a weird way. It's kind of forcing you to relive some of these anxieties you've held on to in the past. And if you like overdo that anxiety, it's less powerful afterward.
I definitely felt different after that first day where I took it and I was like completely high. I couldn't even function. But that experience definitely, I felt different after that.
Well, it took me like a mushroom trip once, many years ago, to like stop doing hard drugs.
Recalibrate.
Yeah, and like stop becoming like a complete degenerate alcoholic scumbag. And that's who I was at the time. And I took a mushroom trip and like all this anxiety came about. All the anxiety I was harboring just from being a scumbag and partying too much. And after that trip, I stopped. I wasn't like that anymore.
Did you hear Chuck's Day call into, I think it was JMZ the other night, and he was completely sober. I was amazed. Like, you can hear a very distinct difference in his voice. Like, he was talking coherently and very quickly. And I never hear that from Chuck Steak. And I heard him like, is this Chuck Steak? This is weird. Yeah. No one else noticed, though.
He wasn't slurring his words.
No. He sounded like a very sophisticated person, actually. It was weird. I'm used to him like grinding gears just to get a word out.
Right. It's very interesting. Chuck should be sober more often.
Yeah, he was better sober. He made more sense.
It often seems like he can't have fun here if he's sober. Like he always gets drunk first and then starts calling in all the shows.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. This network is not really encouraging not to do drugs. It's pretty much the biggest enabler there is. This whole network is one big enabling support group.
Yeah, there's a bunch of alcoholics, and pretty much everyone here smokes weed.
Yeah, I don't understand how people. You guys, you drink and smoke weed at the same time. It's
Yes.
the last thing I think of. If I'm drunk, I don't think of weed, and if I'm on weed, the last thing, I'm not fucking putting alcohol in my system too. On top of that, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't like smoking weed and drinking at the same time. I really don't. It doesn't feel good.
No, I mean I'm falling down the fucking stairs on weed alone. I'm gonna add alcohol to that mix? No, definitely not.
I'm watching a guy shoot a 1-inch steel plate with the sound off. Just full screen.
Shooting it with a gun?
All different kinds of guns.
Why is he doing that?
He's just stepping it up in caliber. I think he's on a 308 or 30-06 now. Now we're starting to see the steel plate become damaged.
This is what you do with your time? Watch guys shoot metal?
I just forgot it was on the other tab, and I switched tabs on my computer. I'm like, oh, and it was just on mute, so I just left it on. But yeah, it's one of the things I do. I watch guys shoot.
Are you getting prepared for your death? Like, because you said if you die, you want to donate yourself to the gun club and have your body, your torso shot at, so it's like a target.
They refused to let me do that. One of the guys there said not even a joke about that.
You could do that on like a backroom deal.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be official.
Who would show up though? You'd have to be a real sick fuck.
I would.
I mean, it's true, but I mean, I think it's funny as hell. But to actually go forth with it and be like, okay, the body's here. Who's hanging it up?
Dude, if someone let you shoot, like say, all right, we're going to hang his torso up here and then we're all going to take turns firing at it. And there's no guilt to it because you're agreeing to it. So I'm not feeling bad that I'm shooting you. I would probably show up to that. It would be like a way to, show my support, show my support for your death.
I would really have no problem with it. I don't care what happens to my body after I die.
Is that serious?
No, why would I care? Why the fuck would I care?
No, I'm serious. Is that, like, have you ever thought of that? Like, am I going to be buried? I'm going to be cremated? Have you ever actually thought about that?
Yes, I have. I wanted to be buried out in the woods. Just like my whole body, dig a hole, dump it in the hole.
Like a pet fucking ferret or something? Like, just put you with a little stick cross?
I just wanted to go back to the earth. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. Just dig a hole and bury me.
Is that even legal? Like,
No.
Can you bury someone anywhere? I think it has to be in a cemetery.
It doesn't. You can do all types of things. It doesn't have to be a privately owned cemetery. There are ways of getting around it, but there's a lot of fucking red tape. So you can be buried in your backyard. The problem is there's a lot of bureaucracy.
No. Like 10 years later, they're going to be like digging up the fucking woods to build some Walmart or something, and they're just going to pick up your skeleton and just toss it in a dumpster.
Well, that's the reason why you can't get buried anywhere the fuck you want. They do an excavation, they find a body, and they're like, oh, shit, we just found a skull. Now you got to call the police. You know what I mean? It's a huge thing because, it was an unmarked grave.
Yeah, your body's going to be underneath a Walmart. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. That I wouldn't want that. I don't want to end up under a fucking Walmart.
I would get more creative. I would be like, if I had any choice, maybe like take my body and go to like a bridge or something and throw it over the bridge into traffic or something.
Mm.
You know.
When I said I was going to donate my body to the gun club and have them, I was half joking. Like, I wouldn't mind that. And then they just kind of leave me there and I kind of rot on a rope and I fall off the rope and animals eat me. In some parts of, like, I believe Siberia, they just take their dead up to the top of a mountain. They dismember it, the corpse, and they give it to the vultures. And it's like this, it's a really beautiful ceremony. And the vultures just come down and they eat you. That's how they do it there. Every culture's different. But what we're doing now is unnatural. You ever seen, go to a wake and see what fucking somebody looks like after they've been embalmed?
I've only, like, any funerals I've been to, I think maybe one of them was open casket. Usually it's closed casket from what I've seen. But I saw one open casket and it was kind of weird.
I think I've seen 10 embalmed bodies. Over 10.
All, like, related to you? Family members and friends?
Friends, family. Yeah. Friends and family.
I was weirded out by it. There was my uncle had an open casket, and I remember just seeing it, thinking like, okay, he's laying there, looks like he's sleeping, but he's dead. Like he's just not a human anymore. It was just a strange feeling.
Well, it's your friend who's been badly taxidermed and put on display.
Well, it was my uncle. Yeah.
Well, I'm
In
just
that
saying,
case.
it's someone you care about who's been badly taxidermed, pumped full of a plasticine solution, turned into a bad looking decoration or object,
And
not a
his
human.
Penis was probably played with by some weirdo who goes into morgues and just like plays with the penises.
Well, it's a terrifying thought.
You know that happens.
Of course it does.
If your body, like, especially women, oh my God, I can only imagine the dead women bodies in there. The mortician definitely like plays with the tits and shit.
Oh God.
I've heard of that. I heard a story once. I don't know if I'm thinking of a movie, but I heard a story once where a guy used to pay the mortician to allow him to sneak in to there at nighttime and play with the dead bodies.
Yes, I'm sure that's happened more than once.
So they would be bodies that were being cremated. So the bodies were going to be thrown in a furnace and burned anyway. So it's not like he was tampering with anything, that would be displayed. So he would come in there, play with the titties a little bit, fuck it probably. And then they just throw it in a furnace and burn it.
Well, there you go. You go your whole life, right? Living with friends and family and people you trust. And at the moment of death, you're given under the command, absolute, you have to absolutely trust this complete stranger with your beloved loved one's corpse. You have no idea what they're doing. And then they drain them of all the fluids and they fill them with plastic and they taxiderm the face and stitch it up. It's totally unnatural. It's not how people should die. It's something really fucking wrong with it, in my opinion.
Is this true? I was speaking to Chuck Stick. I don't know if you listened to that show that we did. He was claiming that you believe in chemtrails now.
Okay.
That you were outside and he showed it to you and you're like, yeah, you're totally right now. I believe it.
I did hear that and I did listen to the show and I said, here's what happened with the chemtrail shit. I told him straight up, I don't know. I would never claim to fucking know. I understand the science behind a condensation trail.
What did you actually witness, though? Because he says he showed it to you and you witnessed an actual contrail or that didn't go away.
It was an odd-looking grid of condensation trails. Didn't make an incredible amount of sense, but at the same time, I never said I believed in that tinfoil hat conspiracy.
That's what I said was going to happen.
No, I never said that. You know what probably ended up happening? I was getting sick of talking about it. So I just said, all right, you know what? I don't know. Who knows?
That's exactly what I said. I was like, Booney was just placating you. He's like, no, he totally believed it.
I did not. That's outrageous.
And I said, the only way I'm going to believe you is if you go find the airport and sabotage the next mission. I want him to break into the airport and find the chemtrail canisters and sabotage it. Until then, like, he needs to stop telling us what to do. He's like, you gotta be prepared. And it's like, for what? There's nothing you can do about it, even if it was real. Fuck
exactly. I would, maybe I don't even want to know, right? Maybe I'm blissful in my ignorance.
That's what I said. You guys stood out there for 2 seconds, said, oh, look, yeah, maybe it is a chemtrail. And then went back inside and ate Thanksgiving dinner like nothing happened.
No, it wasn't like that at all. He's like, look, dude. I'm like, dude, who knows? Who the fuck knows? Are they spraying the air with shit, making us more submissive so that we won't revolt? Probably. Who knows?
Why would they do that, though? That's so fucking annoying. Like, why would they use planes that are in the open sky that anyone can see, waste fuel to fly all these fucking planes back and forth, when they can go directly to the water filtration center and just poison the fucking water when no one's looking?
The argument with that is that water is very easily tested for its components. It's very easy to test.
Aren't crops very easily tested too? Haven't they found like barium and berylliums?
Yeah, shaft.
And chaff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about those two elements, okay? I don't have a PhD in chemistry. Maybe they're naturally occurring. You know, I'd like to talk to someone who really knows their shit, who knows about aviation, who knows about condensation trails and chemistry and the atmosphere and atmospheric phenomenon. I'd love to talk to someone like that, you know, who's got a fucking PhD, who knows their shit. If I was ever given that opportunity, I'd ask them. And if they said, no, it's retarded, I would say, okay, thank you. And I would be convinced for the rest of my life there was no such thing.
There has been people, though, like I've seen videos of guys in court. What is like the city hall, town hall meeting? A guy who was a former pilot and also scientist or some shit, and he confirmed that they were definitely chemtrails. And that's like Chuck's smoking gun, like he always... You see that guy talking about it?
And this is probably a guy, if you dig up his credentials, was probably...
fired.
Lost his job for something stupid.
That's what I said, yeah.
And, you know, is a real paranoid guy. Maybe he has a couple of emotional issues and decided to just run with this thing. Because there is a bunch of idiots out there who will, you know, you can get hits on your YouTube channel. You can start your own website. The conspiracy market is pretty solid. So... yeah, some people just try to, you know, they make that determination. I want this to be a conspiracy, so I'm going to run with it.
Hey, Joey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? They do put stuff in the water. I got my internet back, by the way. They do put stuff in the water. It's called fluoride, and it's supposed to make you submissive and all and weak, and that's what you ever hear those theories before?
Absolutely. The fluoridification of water has not been proven to be beneficial. They say it's for
teeth.
For your teeth. Yeah. And yes, fluoride applications in certain dental procedures are necessary, but a constant supply being put into the water is highly suspicious. I wrote a paper about that, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, they claim that a certain level of fluoride is poisonous, but anything's poisonous at a certain level. That's their argument.
What's being argued with the fluoridification of our water supply is that there are a lot of people saying, actually arguing about what does slow ingestion of fluoride do to a person, and no scientist has come up with like a real answer or a real convincing answer. There are just theories, so no one really knows what it does.
So but with the conspiracy theory people, I always hear that it makes you submissive.
Yes, well, that's, you know, isn't that always what it comes down to? That's the reason why they're spraying chemtrails too, allegedly, to make us submissive or whatever. No. But I mean, if I was a government, and if I was the U.S. government, and I was fucking up as bad as we fucked up through the assassination of Kennedy, both Kennedys, all the terrible things we've done, the 2% approval rating on Congress, all this stuff, I would factor it in and say, hey, is there some way we can make these assholes submissive so they don't take their millions of guns and point them at us? I mean, I would think about that if I was in charge.
If for me to throw this out there, it sounds like a crazy conspiracy, and I have no factual evidence of this, but I do think people are more like anxious and more prone to being on pharmaceuticals these days. Like, it seems like everyone's on something. That's what I've seen. Every single one. My mom is on a pill. You know,
the medication of America.
Yeah, yes. And I don't know if you go back 50 years, could you check if people were that medicated? It almost seems like we've all been forced.
Yeah, they were all taking Valium and drinking alcohol.
Really?
Well, yeah, but then there was the introduction of neurological medications, like all the different antidepressants that came about within the last couple decades, and those are the ones that people do not understand the long-term effects of.
It just seems worse. Like, it seems like everyone's anxious as fuck these days. I mean, everyone I come across doesn't seem like a normal human being anymore. Everyone's like shuffling along, going through their day. I feel like there's a change.
Staring at their fucking iPhones.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you that's crazy.
Yeah, it could be. Or all of us.
I never rule that out.
I definitely have Asperger's.
So I get it. I'm on the autism spectrum somewhere.
Hey, so guys, I'd like to apologize to all my fans out there that my internet went out for about over an hour.
I was bummed out, dude.
Yeah, man. So was I. Come on, it was like my last show before my holiday break.
I know.
So we'll be back. I'm saying January 8th, but we might also be back January 1st.
I told him he should find his internet guy and strangle him with an Ethernet cord.
Yeah, it should, man.
That's the only way to fix it.
Like my internet never has gone out like the longest time, and it just happens to go out during my show.
But I heard the internet in New York is like shitty and slow and expensive and crappy.
No, it's not necessarily. It depends who your service is from.
Not
what
on
you
Long
got.
Island, at least. Long Island has really good internet, and it's cheap.
Yeah, I mean, New York City's got great internet. You know, I'm on a wireless, but I'm hooked up to an Ethernet, and it's you know.
I heard it's overpriced and slow, and they throttle people's fucking data packages or how fast their internet is. If they're downloading too much, they'll fucking throttle them down. That's what I heard.
I haven't had that. I get for my internet, it's $40 a month, and I get 50 megabits per second, which is like really fast for regular internet. So that's
comparable. That's what I got.
Unlimited. There's no throttling.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got, but for $30 a month. But I notice problems with my internet from time to time.
No, I've never gotten a letter either from my ISP. I've heard of people getting letters for downloading, torrents and stuff, and illegal shit. I've never gotten one single letter. And everyone else says, "Oh, they sent me a letter saying if I don't pay $2,000, they're gonna shut off my internet and then take me to court."
Oh, that's a scam. I think people are those are scammers. I got a letter, like a automated FBI letter in my email.
Really? Or you just toss it out and nothing happens?
Yeah, I just deleted it and went back to my torrent.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what that you should be saying when you get that is, how the fuck do they know what I'm downloading? It's not legal for them to monitor your activity on the internet.
What it was.
But they're phishing. They're sending it to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What it was a file. So
But
what
they
I
know the
downloaded
file.
wasn't the song or the movie or the whatever. It was an FBI.
Yeah. What they do is your ISP doesn't monitor you. They hire a third-party company to go out on the Pirate Bay and all of those trackers and just start connecting to torrents. And then they grab your IP address from the torrents, and then they get all the IPs and they go, okay, what ISP is this IP from? And then they tell your ISP for them. Like they'll be like, okay, this customer of yours downloaded, Big Bitches Gone Wild .mp4. And then they send you the letter. Try to collect. It's a scam.
And it wasn't like you have to pay money. It was like a warning about piracy, internet piracy.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. It was just a warning.
Scammers for money, man. There's crooks out there trying to scam money.
Yes, exactly. It's crooks.
Like every day I get messages from Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, saying something's wrong with my account and I need to sign using their link. And it's like, I don't fucking have an account with any of those banks.
Have you ever gotten a phone?
It's like they're phishing out there because they're hoping that maybe I have an account with one of those banks and then I'll sign in through their link and then they have access to my shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Never fucking respond to any request for information in a fucking email. Have you ever gotten a phone call from your own phone number?
No.
It's been happening to me this week. I get a call, I look at the caller ID, it's my own phone number. When I answer it, it's some Indian woman trying to sell me car insurance. I swear to God.
That's fucking crazy. Maybe they're doing it via Skype.
They're spoofing the number somehow.
Yeah.
And it's not like you can really block your own number either.
Right? Oh, I'm definitely picking up the phone too. What if it's me from the future or something?
That's what they said. They said 90% of people, when they see their own phone number calling them, are willing to pick it up to see what the fuck goes on.
They're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like me going like, Booney.
It's Booney from the future.
Don't drink those beers.
Get
sober.
Don't go to the bar, guy, on Friday. All right? I got to go. I don't have time to explain. Just don't go to the bar, guy.
If you could have talked to yourself from 10 years ago, what would you have told yourself?
I would have said, stop worrying.
I would have been like, man, don't do as much drugs.
Yeah.
Don't drink as much. And stay fucking skinny. Stop fucking gaining weight.
Yeah.
And go to the gym.
Yeah.
How were you staying skinny back then? Did you exercise?
I was doing a lot of cocaine.
That'll do it.
That'll do it because you don't eat.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of cocaine back in the day. I remember when I was it wasn't too long ago either. It was a couple of years ago. I was like 240.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was looking good.
Oh, dude, I remember when I used to do coke, I would be like, I gotta eat, because the second you do it, you're not eating. You can't eat.
I eat beforehand and
you can't choke down food when you're on coke. You can't even choke it down.
You can smoke cigarettes. You could drink your ass off.
Oh, you could drink a 30-pack to your head, no problem.
Oh, no problem at all. Yeah.
Joey's a fucking maniac with those edibles. How many of those can you eat?
I don't know. I haven't tried them yet.
He eats like a whole fucking tin. I eat one and I get destroyed.
Well, Joey's a big dude, so he needs like a little bit more in the edible stuff. It'd be the same with beer, but
yeah, if I can get my hands on some, I'll try them out.
And you're a regular smoker too, so you won't like lose your shit on them. But when I do edibles, I make sure it's like very planned out. Like I'm going to be by myself. I'll be in the woods or fishing. Or
Yeah, I'll have to wait for Zach to come down to New York again and bring me a bunch of edibles.
Don't you get Shiba chews, Joey? You've had those?
No, I've had them in the past. A friend brought them to me. Yeah.
Are those expensive?
I have no idea.
What is it exactly? Like, what
It's
is
like
a
a,
Shiba
it's like a
chew?
Tootsie Roll. It's a square Tootsie Roll, but it's like, it's got 4 indentations on it. You're supposed to, like, I don't know, eat a quarter of it or something. I eat the whole fucking thing. And then all the shit on top of it, so.
That's insane, man.
But it's like a trip, man. It's like a mushroom trip, kind of. It's really intense.
It's like an underlying high.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get really retarded on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people were asking me, last time I did them, were asking me, there's like different people throughout the day were asking me, you all right?
Yeah.
You're fucked up then,
Yeah, people are asking.
Then you start getting paranoid.
Yes.
So I'm glad you said that, because then that shows me I'm not that crazy. Because every time I tell people that, they're like, I just get really high and I'm relaxed.
They can react differently on people, man. It's like sometimes I could eat a whole shitload and I wouldn't get high.
Yeah.
Wouldn't get high at all.
Yeah.
What do you do when you get that? Are you like afraid to go outside? You just stay inside? Is that what you do?
Then sometimes I'll eat some and I'll fucking be high.
I remember I ate a cookie once and I waited over an hour and nothing happened. And I was like, fucking hell. And so I ate the other one. As I finished the last bite of the second one, the first one started kicking in. And these were big cookies. And I went, oh, fuck. I lost my shit off of 2 of these cookies. I lost my mind. I was by myself with the lights off for the entire time.
Yeah, the fetal position.
No, I was just sitting on my bed.
That's what I was doing.
Staring in the mirror a lot.
Well, my issue with them is that you don't know what's in it. You don't know what kind of weed is in it. And I'm imagining what I tried was fucking strong indica because I could not move. I was comatose. Frozen in bed. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to see or talk to anybody.
People who don't regularly smoke weed or use weed, like, they'll call the fucking ambulance. They'll call 911.
I almost did that night that I fucking fell down the stairs. I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah. People have called 911 in the past because of edibles.
Yeah. And that's the weird thing. I'm like, could you die from that? Because, I mean, if your heart is pumping that fast and that hard, couldn't it still kill you? And then I'm like, I'm going to be the first person who dies on weed. It's going to be in the newspaper. Kid dies on weed. What an idiot. And it's going to be my face. just my face, like, with a dumbfounded look.
I'll make sure they don't taxiderm you, Wush.
Yeah.
Put
It
you
would
up
be
on
my
display.
luck. It would really be my luck. I'd be the first person dead from an edible.
Fucking edibles. Too much for me, man. I just take a couple of hits off a joint, snuff it out, put it on my desk.
That's right. It's hardcore.
That's how I medicate. That's all I need.
I got a joint sitting in front of me right now. I'm gonna get ready to light up.
So, and then at work, I don't smoke at work. So I smoke a little bit on the way home. Once I get everything settled in, I fucking make my dinner or whatever. Smoke a little after that.
Yeah, I don't get fucked up like the night before class, and nor the morning of waking up for class. I don't like do a wake and bake or anything.
Yeah.
I guess I got to be sober, man.
I've been drinking a little too much lately too, so I gotta watch that. But I only have one beer tonight, one tall can. That's all I have in the house.
Oh shit! I'm on like number 5 right now. My tall cans.
What beer do you recommend?
That's my thing, man.
What's like
dude? I'm fucking simple. I'm a Budweiser man. I got these 25-ounce Budweisers.
Yeah.
The cans, and I fucking buy 8 of them. And
That'll
then
do
a lot
ya.
of times sometimes I'll finish those, and I'll be like, damn, I'm still thirsty, and I'll go out to the bodega and I'll get like another 4 to 6.
Oh shit, that's a lot of tall cans.
Dude,
man.
I'm a maniac, dude.
And Budweiser's giving
This is like
away
a regular basis too.
and the 25 ouncers now. They bumped this up a free ounce.
Yeah, you get 1 free ounce, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It's good stuff, man. Those big tall cans, nothing wrong with those.
No, they're fucking good. They go down smooth, man.
I like my Coors Golden Banquet beer.
No.
Mini bottles. That's my go-to, man. Mini
I'm
bottles.
not a Coors fan, man.
They're 12-ounce bottles, but they're real short and old-fashioned looking.
I mean, bottles I like, I like drinking my fucking Corona, my Heineken, my fucking Sam Adams Pilsner, my fucking Stella Artois.
Yeah,
and all that shit I like drinking out of bottles.
I noticed none of you mention liquor. Nobody likes drinking liquor.
Nah, listen, you want to start talking about liquor? I don't drink it as much, but when I do, I'm a bourbon guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have been known to drink, vodka and Red Bulls, but that's like usually when I go to a party or something like that, it's being given out for free. They usually have a vodka sponsor or something like that, and all the drinks are vodka drinks.
No Jack Daniels.
I love Jack Daniels.
Makes
I
you
love
angry.
Jim Beam. I love Wild Turkey. But my favorites are like Woodford Reserve Bourbon.
That's really good whiskey.
Yeah, and Maker's Mark.
That's whiskey. Yeah, that's really good whiskey. I'm the same way.
Bourbon.
Joe. I like my cognacs. I like brandies. I love good Scotch, a good malt whiskey or a single malt Scotch on the rocks. I'll do that, and then if anything else, margaritas.
Yeah, I got it. Well, I love margaritas too. That's the only way I will drink tequila.
Yeah, I'll tank fucking margaritas, man. They're
So
so
I
yummy.
don't do salt on the rim either.
Yeah, but margarita is one of those things. They go down so easy.
Yeah.
And so fast. And if there's enough of them, like you'll wake up with like weird tattoos.
Yeah,
and
it's the only way I'll drink tequila, man. And like I said, I don't do it with the salt on the rim because I just think that's disgusting.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, Joey, you would like to have a bar and have, what you were saying, cocks in a jar? Remember that?
Cocks in a jar.
Yeah, Joey brought up how you want to have penises in a jar, so then you taste it while you're drinking it. The penis touches your mouth,
like the worm.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we found this guy who actually would cut penises off of dead bodies. Going back to what we were saying before, and he'd collect the penises. And I was like, "That's your business partner, Joey."
Yeah, you have them in a jar, all pickled, pickle juice.
Yeah, it was pickled jars.
Like
with
I want
cock.
that one right there.
Instead of pickled eggs, like there's pickled
or
penis.
pickled pig's feet or anything.
They actually exist.
Pickled penis.
I remember I used to go into this black deli in this black neighborhood, and they had this big jar right at the right on the counter at the register. It's a big fucking like a I don't know, a few gallons jar. It was big, and it had fucking all it had in it was fucking pig's feet.
Yeah.
Pickle juice and stuff. But you go up there, you tell him, yeah, let me get one, and he'd reach in there with the little ladle thing or whatever. I don't know, little fucking grip thing that you grab a fucking pig's foot out with.
Tongs.
Tongs. Thank you. I had a for it. Yeah. So you pick him out with that and put it in like one of them papers, one of them like wax papers. You would put a pickle in.
Yeah.
You put some pig's foot in there.
Yeah.
People put hot sauce on that shit or whatever, man. They're like, love me some pig's feet.
I tried a pig's foot once, and I mean, the whole thing was gross for me, but it wasn't disgusting. It was pretty good, but
My father liked them, and my father would have a jar every now and then in the refrigerator.
Yeah, my father did too.
Yeah, and then I would my father had me try it once, and I was like, no, it's fucking gross, man. I was so skeeved out, man.
But the meat is so like falls off like that. The feet, the pig's head and the pig's feet. If you ever been to a pig roast,
I have many.
The first thing I go for is the cheeks. If nobody touches the pigs, the pig jowls meat, the cheek meat on the pig is the best fucking meat on the entire pig, and no one touches it.
What's the most exotic animal you've eaten?
Me?
Anyone? Yeah.
Human.
Alligator.
Oh God, is that John the Magic Guy?
John says human.
Yeah, that does not surprise me at all. Alligator. Yeah, I've had ostrich, alligator, buffalo.
I've had ostrich meat. I had that in Oklahoma, and I had alligator in Florida, alligator tails, and I had gabutsel, which is the same as another dish I had in Macedonia when I was there with the UN. I ate at this family's house, and they brought 2 goats on the car. They brought it to the house. Then they fucking, they cooked the fucking goat.
Yeah.
Spitfire and everything. And then they bring in the head on a platter and they split open. And it's like, like they gave the tongue. They cut the tongue out.
The eyeballs.
And it's the eyeballs and the cheek meat and everything there. That's passed around for everybody to eat.
Ew.
But the tongue, they gave it to me and my buddy because we were like the honored guests at their house. We were Americans with the UN.
Oh, so like the tongue is the prize meat?
Yeah, and they passed it. They gave it to us, and we were like chewing on it. Like, yeah, great. This is awesome. All the women were serving us, and they were eating in the other room because it's that kind of culture,
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was great though. It was fucking good time.
I've eaten crickets, grasshoppers.
No.
I've
never even tried frog's feet.
I've had frog's legs. I've had freshwater eel.
Eel's good.
I think I've had eel before. I think
eel and sushi.
Something.
Yeah, if you've ever gone to a real good sushi bar, you've
fried
had
eel.
Yeah, I've had eel lots.
It's good. It tastes like fried chicken. It's like crunchy. It's really good.
It's so good. Eel is so good.
Yeah. We got John the Magic Guy. What's up, John?
Yeah, I was just listening to your conversation about the penis in a jarro.
You want one?
There's a bar in Dawson City, Yukon, where they serve a drink called the Sour Toe Cocktail. And what it is, it's your choice of liquor with an amputated, mummified toe in it, and it has to touch your lips in order for it to count.
Yeah, I think this is how our conversation started about the pickled penises.
Who would do that? Why?
You told us about that a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, but a few years ago, somebody was doing a shot and accidentally swallowed the toe. So now they have many people who donate their toes.
They should have waited for the guy to shit it out, man. The toe.
That's true.
I would do it if I went
Well, I'm
to that
saying,
bar.
is that legal? If it's not legal to have your body shot at, then how is it legal to have your toe amputated and put in a drink?
Well, the last one that I heard of, a lady had to have her toe amputated because it had a huge bunion on it.
Ugh.
So she donated it to the bar. But now you can have your choice of toe.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, why not,
Also, about what you were talking about earlier, when I die, I want to be cremated and then have my ashes put into fireworks and have my family go out and shoot the fireworks over a lake somewhere.
Oh, that's
I want to be cremated and have my friends smoke my ashes, man.
Do you know that's what Hunter S. Thompson did, and Johnny Depp set that whole thing up and paid for it?
Yeah, he shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he shot his ashes out of a cannon, out of a giant gonzo fist. Yeah.
I also put a link in the chat for something called the Orville copter.
I saw
you
that.
You should look at this. Is a cat that they've taxidermied up with drones, so this cat flies around. It's pretty fucking amazing to see.
And the cat is very well taxidermed.
Which is it? The one that says, "This is what I want done"?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a great video, Wush. You'll love it.
Fucking A.
If I was to have this done, you'd have to have like 900 drones. I know all the fat jokes in advance, so...
Yeah, we'd have to put like a diesel engine on it. Why?
Asperger's.
I love it.
Fucking awesome. Cat should be wearing those leather garments.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's great.
Niceness.
I'd fucking run from that too. Yeah. Look at the battery pack.
You guys are like petting it.
So I figure out of all of the pod trashers, I'll die first. So if you want to do a GoFundMe and raise the money to have that done to me, I will donate my body, and then you can sell advertising on my belly and fly me over football
games. You need
games.
a big fucking drone, though, man.
You'd have to be naked. You know how you would have to do it? Is we'd have to hollow you out. We'd have to skin you.
Instead of naked at the school children flying around.
We'd have to skin you and fill you with some type of lightweight foam and wrap the skin around the foam mold.
You really think you're gonna die first, John? I think
out of the Podtrash crew, yeah, I would think.
What about
like John on a drone, fucking flying over a beach, all naked?
Podtrash.com on the belly.
Like he's flying a banner too, like the planes do on the beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could hold my dick like a balloon string and walk me around.
Just chasing people down the beach naked. This is so funny.
That would be a on the news. That would be good press for the website.
Yeah.
That's art.
Like you have another friend film it, you know?
Yes. And make a viral
If
video.
it's the bystander and he captured that.
Yeah.
Why, Wush, who do you think's gonna die first?
I would probably, just by age, maybe Whitey. I think he smokes a lot too. He smokes a shitload.
I could die first too. I'm in bad shape.
Yeah,
How
maybe
old is
Joey.
White?
Whitey, I think's in his 50s, I think.
Well, I'm up there too, like with my health wise though.
Or Max, maybe, because Max, yeah, he's got a lot of things going on.
One day Max's head's just gonna pop.
His anger is not good for your blood pressure and shit.
Well,
and your heart.
He's gonna have a heart attack then. High blood pressure, all that shit.
There is a high death rate in my occupation, what I do in home building. People have accidents. They
That's the
fucking
thing.
die.
Anyone can die tomorrow from some accident. It's true.
Yeah.
I could have
Yeah.
fell down the stairs and broke my neck. And it could have been me. You never know.
Yeah.
Could have been me.
Could have been me.
I've almost died more than once doing what I do.
Don't even go there. I fucking have died.
You've died?
Yeah, I've died. I've stopped breathing, stopped everything.
Your heartbeat stopped?
Yeah, everything.
Did you see any white light or anything?
No, I saw nothing. There's nothing out there, man.
No, don't say that.
That's lonely.
I'm just saying, there's nothing out there. When you're dead, you're dead.
You just returned to the
I didn't
earth.
even know, like when I came to, I didn't even know I died. I didn't even know it. I just I don't have any memory of it.
That's some philosophical shit. To imagine the idea that your existence and your consciousness just ends is impossible to even
It just
comprehend.
ends like that. That's what happened.
I can fathom that.
It's like the end of the universe.
brain
It doesn't
stops.
exist. Yeah. It just blows my mind with thinking about it. It's just a constant cycle. Like, how could you just not be nothing? How could you just be
Not
gone?
nothing. You still should be returned to the earth.
Yeah.
But are you still conscious of that fact?
Back to Mother Earth and you know, so that the Earth can feed off you, man, and you can become a part of the world again. You know, part of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
But do you
how I
think your
want it.
consciousness lives on to that point? That's
No.
what I'm saying.
No, because the brain is dead and decayed and gone.
I'm gonna transcend it all and become a big flying fat
There's
white
no
guy.
electricity going on there anymore, man.
Yeah, John will live on forever as a helicopter.
978, you're on the air.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
What's up, man?
Who's
Chuck
this?
in Boston.
Hey, what's up, Chuck and Bob?
Another Chuck?
Hey, Joey Boots. I missed you tonight. I turned it on. I said, "What the fuck is this rap bullshit?"
I was so disappointed in myself, man. You know,
yeah,
but
no, it happens. Who's in control of the music, though? That's all I want to know.
I wish, man.
What do you got against rap music, you racist?
He's
I'm
playing
too
New
old.
Kids on
I'm
the
too
Block.
old.
How old are
You're
you,
never
Chuck?
too old.
I'm 46.
Dude, I'm 48. I'm into it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, get out of here with that.
Yeah, but you're hip and cool, Joey.
I got a question. I don't know who else to ask. I used to have Sirius. My truck died, so I got rid of the whole component, the whole radio and everything. But anyway, I used to go on and just download. You know, I'd listen to on YouTube at work, listening like Stern shows. Is that not getting posted anymore, or did he put a stop to it? Does anyone know?
He never posted it on YouTube.
No, he's not.
Somebody would, though.
Not Howard. He's talking about something.
Somebody would.
Yeah, they'd get shut down by the lawyers.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Just
I
say,
used to listen
let's
to it
just
all
say
the time. It would-
someone at the top of the tower who deals with that stuff is on a break. I'll just say that.
Still
Okay.
You may
But,
get it soon.
You can find them. You can find them out there.
They're out there. They're out there in the torrents and all that stuff. Whatever.
He's on
But, dude,
vacation.
why don't you just fucking keep signing up for the free 30-day trial? All you need
I-
each time is a new email address.
That's true.
Yeah.
So just keep signing up for free 30-day trial with a new email address. How hard is that to do? You know.
Yeah,
I
don't
didn't know
spend
you could
any
do
money
that.
if he's not.
Yeah,
coming
you
back.
can, man.
Or pay the $17.
Well, I paid for it
You
for like 3
bum.
years.
You
I
fucking
had it
bum.
for 3 years.
Try to do the free trial thing, man.
Thank you,
Howard
Joey.
needs your money. He needs
way
that
you-
$17.
yeah, that way you don't miss me and Eric. We're on a lot, man. We're funny.
Oh, I know you're funny.
And I hate to think that you're missing us, man.
All right, guys. I just had to chime in. Still
All right.
listening.
Thank you.
All right, thanks,
Hanging
Chuck.
and banging.
Thanks, thanks, the other Chuck from Boston.
I
Yeah,
forget
I'm going to
what-
go back to listening too, boys. I just wanted to
Helicopter in
from.
Yeah, that's funny. John, you're the best, man.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
Big
later,
fan.
man.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah, John the Magic Guy. He's putting together the Red Peters special, actually.
He's working on. I just sent in.
I sent mine in today. Yep.
Like a piece that I cut for him.
December 18th, and I'm guessing the time will be 8 p.m. usually when JMZ airs. So December 18th, Red Peters Christmas special.
It's good. That'll be the first night at my father's. I'll be able to listen.
I was working on a parody song, a Christmas themed parody song, and it's not that great. I was gonna give it to Red and see if he'd play it, but it's not worthy of Red's
How
show.
amazing is that Red Peters is doing a Christmas special on Podtrash?
It's flattering.
It's pretty amazing.
I'm
of
a
anywhere.
major.
He could go anywhere with that. He was on Howard 101 with that same show, and now he's doing it here. That's
So
amazing.
he's going to do it live on the 18th and not on the 25th, right?
Live on the 18th, yep. And taking
Is it gonna
phone
be
calls.
Is it going to be replayed on the 25th?
I can do that, yeah. My plan is to have it if it's. I kept telling him, I was like, try to make the conversation not relevant to like a certain time or anything. Just shoot the shit so I can play it every year. Honestly.
Oh right, okay, I got you.
I'd like to replay that every Christmas.
Well, maybe he'll show up next year. What the fuck?
If he
But at least
does,
you have one in the can. If you don't,
I'm just a huge Red Peters fan. I had every single one of his shows on my phone, so I've never missed one of his shows, ever. I never missed Straight Talk with John the Stutterer either, which was an underrated show.
I
don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he's dead, I think.
He like fell off the face of the earth. But I called his show like 3 or 4 times and got on the air with him.
I have too, and I got him mad.
Yeah. Oh, he loved me.
He loves politics. He talks politics.
Yeah. The first call, I made pretend I was a Mitt Romney fan, so he'd get fired up, and he lost his fucking shit on me. And then all the other times I called in, I just called in and like shot the shit with him, like about real politics, and he just agreed with me 100%. Absolutely loved me.
Joey, what do you think of this Donald Trump thing? I'm curious.
Listen, I like Donald Trump.
You do?
I do.
As a candidate?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I hope he becomes president. I don't agree with everything he says, though.
I think, you know what, Joey?
He's way better than all the others, man.
I'm a Bernie Sanders guy, but I don't mind.
I'm not a socialist.
I am a socialist. I am. And I think that Bernie Sanders is the best candidate out there. But if Trump gets in office, I'll sit back, grab the popcorn.
You want a welfare state?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll grab the popcorn and watch, and I'll enjoy every minute of it. But I'm a Bernie Sanders guy.
You're a welfare guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not on any type of government
That's
system.
what Bernie's all about, man.
Oh, I know, and it's obnoxious, and it's costing us a lot. But I mean, Bernie's got some good ideas for the working class, and he's going to end the Wall Street horse shit. And the big banks sticking it up our ass, and the Fed.
Never going to happen, man. It's never going to happen. He's never going to get elected.
You're probably right.
Do you really think Donald Trump has your best interest in mind, though, Joey?
Yeah, he is a lot of stuff that I agree on. Yeah. Just see about border control.
Yeah.
What about, you have some Muslim friends, don't you, though?
Yes, of course.
And he has made comments regarding Muslims about how they should all be surveilled if they.
Well, that's one of the things I don't totally agree with.
And you can put that aside and just be like, okay, I don't agree with
I'll
that.
still vote for him because listen, I don't think he's too serious. Listen, a lot of the stuff that he says he's going to do, he can't do. It's unconstitutional. He can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But he's just fucking stoking the fire. That's all he's doing, man.
Yeah.
So
well, here's why I like Trump. He doesn't have any lobbyists or special interests pumping money into him. But
hey, man, he doesn't answer to anybody, man.
No,
and that's his wife.
And that's cool. And he bullies the media. He says whatever the fuck he wants. People want that. People are sick of the social justice, political correctness, and all the horse shit that's been going on. It's gone too far. So people on the left, like myself, are now very on the right. Me 10 years ago, I would never support a guy like Trump. But nowadays, I'm like, whatever.
Dude, I'm a registered Democrat, man.
Me too.
And I'm going to fucking go change it this week. Coming up, I'm changing it to fucking independent. Yeah, I think.
The last time I voted was for Obama, and that was a mistake. Clearly.
Me too. I voted for Barack Obama.
I voted for him twice.
Well, it's not our fault. When the politician sits there and tells you, these are the things I'm going to change,
It worked.
Change we can believe in. and they say all this shit, and you're like, yeah, me too, dude. I totally want that.
Dude, I'm not racist. I voted for Obama.
Yeah, and
seriously, when he was running and that whole thing, Hope and Change, I, for the first time, voted because of that, and I actually felt like, yeah, finally, like a president for like us, you know, these people. I was like, I'm gonna go vote. I'm gonna make a difference.
And after 8 years of Bush, you put a candidate like that out there, he's getting in.
Yeah.
You know, but he lied. He didn't do anything he said he was going to do.
They all lie.
No, and he stoked the racial tension in this country.
That's it.
Stoked it and stoked it. And...
Yep. He brought back racial, all the work we've done with the black community. He brought us back 10 years.
Yeah,
and race relations.
Years. We were having riots in the street, like in the 60s and 70s, and
he set back race relations probably a couple decades with his work, trying to get everyone to get along. He just fucked everything up. People are so much more, segregated now.
Black Lives Matter.
You know, it's like white flight on steroids, dude. People are leaving black communities. You know what I mean? They're less gentrified.
It's always been that way, though.
Yeah, it has, but now it's amplified.
Do you want to respond to some comments in the chat room? Because some are directed at you, Joey.
Oh, yeah.
This is someone else saying this. They said, Joey's not a socialist, but takes advantage of government programs. Smells funny.
Right. What program do I take advantage of? I don't. See, that's where you're stupid, because I don't take advantage of government programs. Never been on welfare. Never been on SSI. Thank you. Next.
The
next one
Static
is
Illmatic.
Joey got angry because his pay versus Ralph's pay, saying Ralph makes more than you or something. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either, man.
How much do you know? How much Ralph makes to be a hairdresser?
No idea.
He probably makes 6 figures, right, Joey?
I have no idea.
That's a cushy job.
Is everyone like, isn't Ralph like the Rasputin of the Stern Show? Like, everyone's so uncomfortable around Ralph. Some of his shenanigans.
Well, he's got Howard Gier, off the show and all that.
I know, he's really weird. I don't think Beth likes Ralph.
You think she's jealous of him?
I think she's creeped out by him.
I think because Ralph kind of represents the old Howard in a way. He's kind of like
he used to be his wingman when he was out getting pussy.
Yeah.
She might not like.
I mean, he has also made big scenes at Howard's place in the Hamptons and really embarrassed Howard and Beth on numerous occasions. That type of behavior is so bizarre that I'm just so surprised a guy as intelligent as Howard keeps it around.
You can tell Howard's amused by that shit, man.
He is.
When he's telling the stories, he might be sounding like he wants to be sounding like he's angry, but he's enjoying that, man.
Yeah. It is a healthy dose of awkward drama.
Like, I love Eric, but he's a pain in the ass, man.
Right.
He's a big pain in the ass, but I fucking love him. I think he's fucking funny. I try to exploit what he does and what we do together all the time,
Yeah. Well, it's great. Eric's a real misunderstood character, too, I think.
He is, man. He was on Blue Bloods tonight. He was on set.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was a background. He's doing he was playing a witness for the detective.
He was an extra?
Yeah.
I can't wait. Dude, I hope they don't cut his scene. I want to see him.
He'll be on. He'll let you know. But Donnie got him a fucking Uber home tonight from the set. Like, Eric is a fucking extra. Usually those people are herded together in a room and they like sit over there, stay away. We'll use you when we use you, blah, blah, blah. It's not like you're not treated like royalty on the set or anything,
How's the pay for extra work? Is it decent?
Extra work, if you're non-union, it could be anywhere from $80 to $120. But if it's union, you start out at maybe $150 and it could go higher for 8 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey. I said that Joey got angry
No,
first.
it was John the Stutterer.
Yeah, it was John the Stutterer. I had the comment had nothing to do with you. First Ralph's pay, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? So I thought it was you. I just misread it.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but so Eric's making. Listen, he can't make too much money either, man. If he does, then he loses his SSI.
Unless it's off the books.
He can only make up a monthly. He can only make a certain amount.
Off the books, though. You can just don't mention
That's
it.
off the books. That's off the books. Who's saying that? You know, this fucking Blue Bloods is not off the books.
Yeah, that isn't.
Wush, I got to take a 15-minute break.
Okay. All right. Well, then let Joey go, and then we'll take a break.
All right. Thanks for calling, Joey. Good to
All
hear
right,
from you, man.
my people, man.
Yeah,
Either
you gotta-
January 1st or January 8th, I'll be back. But still follow me on Twitter and call me out on there, and we'll talk. We'll chat.
Well, hopefully it's the first. We missed you tonight, so.
Yeah, everybody fucking have a good fucking... Yeah, Wush, you're not even putting that up, right?
Putting what up?
The show from tonight.
Like after you got off, me and Gonzo talked for like, I think 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah,
played
you're
that
talking-
song you wanted to play, and that was it. It's up to you.
You were talking about people that I hate, and I was like fucking pulling my hair.
People that you hate? What do you mean?
You were talking about fucking Opie and Anthony and shit. Oh. Like, ugh.
You really don't like them? You haven't listened to like the
I
recent...
don't. I never talk about them, dude.
Oh, the Anthony Cumia show is a really good show, Joey. You're missing out.
Sure it is. I have a beef with him, and we have a beef together.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah. Like, he has me blocked.
Oh.
I stole his fucking domain, like, years ago.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling us that.
Opie.com. I owned it.
That's fucking great.
And I had to redirect to fucking gay porn.
Oh, that's fucking
or
great.
.com.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, dude, it took him over a year to get it back.
Guarantee you, Joey, if you go on YouTube and listen to Opie versus Jimmy and just listen to that clip, you'll like it. I guarantee you.
No, I think Opie's a fucking douchebag.
Well, that's the thing. He gets called out the whole time.
I try to sound like him a lot. Opie's a fucking douchebag, man.
Wait, I try to sound like him?
You do, yeah.
I do not.
I don't think so at all, Joey.
Opie's the least confrontational person. That's the thing.
You try to sound like him a lot, though.
How do I try to sound like him?
You sound like him a lot.
How do I sound like I'm talking in my regular voice?
A lot of stuff he'll say is something Opie would say in his voice, too.
How do you know if you don't listen to it?
Right.
I've heard him before, dude. I'm fucking not an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, he makes millions of dollars, so I'm flattered then.
Yes. Whatever, man.
I don't.
I can't wait till after the Wush and Boon break up and I go on another show. Me and you start having that inter-show drama and yelling at each other on Twitter. Wush, you think that would happen?
ISIS makes millions of dollars, but I don't admire them.
I think Joey's jealous of my voice for some reason.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
No, he always comments on my voice for some reason.
Listen, I'm a voice person.
You want me to whisper sweet nothings in your ear, don't you?
I don't. A lot of times you do. You sound like Opie, and you talk like him sometimes.
Well, Opie's a successful radio guy, so I'm flattered.
Even a friend of mine that called me up tonight and said, "Who the fuck is this guy? I hate this guy on your show." He's like,
"Come on."
Yes, I'm serious.
That didn't happen.
Like, yes, it did. I swear to God. I swear on my nieces and nephews. Friend told me that he's like, I hate that guy Wush. He goes, I don't know why do you have him on? I'm like, I lost my internet connection, and then I was like, listen to talk about Opie and Anthony. I was like, motherfuckers, man.
Well, I get comments all the time where people say, "Why is Joey on your network? I fucking hate him, and he's annoying, and his show sucks." So
I'm just telling you what
that's truthful too. People say your show sucks, and that they're annoyed hearing you on the network.
But he's the one that told me that you sounded like fucking Opie, and I was like, you know what? You're right. So
seems a little far-fetched.
It's not, dude. I just swore on my niece and nephew.
All right.
My niece and nephew, if it wasn't true.
All right.
That's fine. I can take criticism. It doesn't bother me. I've heard people say other things about you, and that's
no. You don't have to bring it back on me. You don't have to get all defensive and throw it back on me.
You're telling me I sound like Opie, and you're like, "Why are you on the show? People hate you." Like bringing it up, trying to be confrontational. So I'll confront you and then say shit about you.
Confrontational.
People have a lot of complaints about you too, Joey. So
I know they do. There you go again with that. I know.
Well, that's how it is. You don't have to try and
right. So what are you saying? What do you care? And why do
I care when someone criticizes me? What do you mean?
Well, why do you care? Why do you care? Why should you care?
Because I should care. Because you're
offensive, and you're throwing it back on me, saying, "Well, people don't like you either."
You always mention, mention my voice all the time, like you're envious of it.
My friend is the one that criticized you. I'm just
you want my voice, don't you?
No.
Like you think you're like, oh, it's like a radio voice. I wish I sounded like that.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's kind of like it's fake.
It's fake. This is my actual voice. I'm talking normal right now. How's it not my voice? You've talked to me on the phone before.
Voice, and Yeah, your real voice is high pitched and it's kind of like that strong Long Island accent.
Yeah, my real voice is high pitched. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I think you have a friend called high pitched. That's a high pitched voice.
Wush and Boots,
This is a high pitched voice.
I use him as a comparison. Yeah. Where you going, Booney?
I think you're out of your mind tonight. I think that's what it is.
No.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is this attack on me now? I don't understand.
Attacking you. Just telling you what my friend said.
There's a reason you would say that and bring that up. It's to.
I don't know, you were talking about voices, man.
I wasn't talking about voices. We're talking about Opie and Anthony, and you got upset of me bringing it up. Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, well, whatever, man.
And you're saying my voice is fake.
I don't like them being talked about on my show.
This isn't your show. This is our show, you fucking idiot.
No, hello. I was talking about my show. And
Which
how
ended because your internet cut off, and we had to take over for you.
How I tuned in, and all of a sudden you guys were talking about Opie and Anthony. That's what I'm saying. And then you got all defensive. And then I had to back it up with, well, my friend said that. And you got really upset about that.
I have no clue what you're talking about. We brought that show up, and then you said we were talking about people you hate. And I said, who? You said, oh, Opie and Anthony. I hate those guys. So who cares?
Right. That's what was said.
Yeah, and then you went into, oh, why? You sound like him. Oh, people call me and tell me you sound like him, and they don't like you.
And that's an observation. It's not an accusation. It's not trying to fucking be confrontational.
Get out of here, Joey. Get the fuck out of here.
You're upset. You fucking love me.
You love me.
No, where's Booney?
Love me. You love me, Joey. Just admit it.
I could lay on that couch in the back right there. Just fucking relax. Fucking chill on the couch.
You want to blow me, I think.
Booney, that's a nice chair. No, I don't. Booney, that's a nice chair.
Guarantee you, if you never met me here and I saw you on the street, met you in a bar, I could get you to blow me.
You probably could, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honest, though. You know what I mean?
So why can't you admit that, then?
I just admitted it. I said yes.
It took a while for you to do that, though.
It's not. I just said yes. I said it right away.
If I pulled my cock out, you would blow me.
In the right circumstance, yes.
My camera is frozen. I don't know why.
Doesn't mean I fucking dream about you, though.
I think you dream about me, too.
No, it isn't. It's just that, if we were in a bar, like you put it in that situation, we were in a bar, and you're like, hey, let's go in the fucking stall in the bathroom and fucking you can blow me. I'd be like, all right. I'd fucking blow you. And then fucking later take you outside my car and maybe fuck you in my car.
You have a car?
No, I'm just imagining it.
Oh. So in your fantasy, you have a car. You owned one.
Go out to your car. Get cum stains on your seats.
I don't want cum stains on my seats.
Is it upholstery or leather?
Unless they're mine. If they're mine, they'll be there.
Is it upholstery or leather?
It's leather.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, you want that ass, don't you?
I want that upholstery so I can stain it.
Get the fuck out of here, Joey.
Where'd Booney go?
You're a lunatic.
I am a lunatic, man.
Turn your phone off when you're on the radio. See, that's how you be professional. You learn from me.
Turn what?
Turn your phone off when you're on the radio, so you don't hear ding every 5 seconds.
I think that adds like reality to fucking the show.
No, it doesn't. It adds annoyance. You should be docked for that. If there was pay here, you would be docked for that.
And I'd blame it on Booney. I'd be like, that was Booney. He left his mic open.
Oh. So you should be able to run your own show, actually.
I should.
I run my own show. I do the video.
Well,
and
teach
talk.
me. I'll learn. Teach me how to do it. I'll fucking do it. And you don't have to worry about anybody doing my show anymore.
Well, I think you get into a point where you're driving people away, and you're gonna be by yourself eventually.
Who am I driving away? What are you talking about?
You want to get into this? Because I think it is a kind of an issue, Joe.
Oh, you know what? I didn't want to hear from you because I know you're wrong. So whatever.
It's not wrong. Everyone feels
it's wrong.
that
I'm not
way.
driving anybody away, and you're saying everybody and whatever. I know.
I think you get to a certain point where you make friends with people, and then for some reason, when you become good friends with them, you just like fucking drive them away for some reason.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
You know.
I don't think I'm driving away any of my fucking listeners.
Not your listeners, your friends, your actual friends.
I don't know. My friends don't tell me anything like that.
Is Maxwell your friend?
Well, Maxwell's a person I know on the internet.
And you went to his house and hung out with him.
Yeah.
Broke bread and hung out together.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want to go into that with him? What happened, or is that what you want to do right now?
Yeah, I want to go into it.
I'll tell you right now, I don't want to bring this up again. You want to bring it up again?
Well, I mean, you brought up things that, criticized me, so we can bring up things that you did wrong too.
What are you talking about?
I can bring up things that you do wrong or what people think
about you. Go ahead. Go right now. Go ahead.
Okay, so then what is with you and Maxwell? What's going on?
Nothing's going on. What's up?
What do you mean nothing's going on?
No, you tell me what's going on.
Apparently, you guys don't get along.
Okay, so?
Why is that?
Who cares? I'm not going to go into it on the air.
Why not?
Because to go into it would be to say something I don't want to say in the first place that started the fight with me and Max. So and that's as much as I'm going to say right now.
Yeah, but didn't that seem kind of like a frivolous thing to get angry over?
No, it didn't. No, you don't know the whole story, dude, and it's not. And I'm fucking telling you, I don't want to fucking talk about this on the air.
All right. I think I made a valid point.
No, you didn't make any point.
I think you do. I think you've heard the same thing over and over again.
You know what, dude? I'm fucking done, man. I'm so fucking done.
See, there you go.
There you go. There you go. I just don't want to talk about something, and you insist on bringing it up on air.
Well, you made me uncomfortable. Now I'm going to do it
I didn't make you feel... You know what, dude? Whatever.
It's not whatever. It's a very, very valid point. All right, goodbye.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I haven't heard that before. Joey's a big baby. I'm seriously the ringleader to a bunch of giant children. I have to play babysitter. Seriously. You guys have no idea what goes on behind the scenes with this. I have to, placate and coddle grown men. Seriously. That's what it's become. It's like a big playpen. Joey's in his diaper. Wah! Treat me the right way. And everyone has had the same issue where they say he talks down to them, treats them like shit, and demands things. I don't know. I think it's just kind of getting to a point where I don't care anymore. I think everyone has kind of agreed that we're at a point where if things get to this level every single fucking week, to where we can't have 1 week without people crying and fighting with each other, then we're just going to be like, fuck it, then leave then. I mean, how valuable is your show versus dealing with you? That's the argument. Would you guys put up with that? Would you say okay, Joey's show has the most listeners and he brings listeners to the network. Yeah, great. People like the show. That's awesome. But if it was a complete issue to deal with him off the air, to where he kind of drives people away who are trying to help him, what do you do? Do you stick with it and deal with it and say, okay, I gotta overlook these small things in order to get this show to keep going? I don't know. I don't think it's worth it sometimes. It's 2 people now. He's gone through 2 engineers. In quotes, engineers. People who run his show. 2 of them weren't good enough. He's got Gonzo not even showing up for the show. I'm probably for the same fucking reason. He just doesn't want to say it. He's afraid to say it, I think. I mean, do you see how Joey does that, though? He'll just completely go out of nowhere and just start attacking you. He's weird. He's a weirdo. And then now I'm on the air and he'll send me text messages while I'm on the air. And then you'd be like, hey, well, now you're responding to me. Well, I'm on the fucking air. and you're sending me text messages. You're crazy. Keep talking shit, bitch boy. This is a fucking lunatic asylum. You're nuts. You are insane. Christ. Are we really going to go there again? He says I'm a shit stirrer. Oh my God. This entire thing revolves around someone mentioning that Joey got edibles. And then he has this big tantrum like, oh no, the cops are going to find us. It's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. He finds reasons to be angry because he can't get rid of someone. Like he wants to get rid of Max. So he figures, let me find some frivolous thing to be angry about and get rid of them. I think he just he's done with his show. So instead of just saying, you know, I'm done doing it, he'll find a reason to fight about it and, you know, make that the reason. Here, let's take a phone call. See what you guys think. 916.
Hey, Wush.
Is this
What's
Chuck?
up?
Is this Chuck?
It's Gonzo.
Oh, Gonzo. What's up, Gonzo?
Hey, let me just say, I did not miss any shows because of Joey. It was because of I had other shit going on. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the problem with you guys is you guys have a lot of backed up aggression toward each other. And
Wait a minute, Gonzo.
You guys might have made up too soon.
Let's get into this. No, let's get into the truth, Gonzo. You didn't miss that show because you forgot about it. Bullshit.
No, if I had a problem with Joey, I'd tell him. I'm not going to just miss the fucking show just to miss the show.
But it reflects on how much you care about it.
No, that's not true. I just fucking forgot. That was the one I forgot one time out of a year of doing a show, and it was during a holiday weekend when I was, at Thanksgiving and shit with family. So that's not like me not caring about a show. I just fucking forgot. It was the one time where I missed a show. And then the other time I had other shit to do. So I've only missed a show once without, not showing up. So, but with that said, I love it when you guys fight. I don't like you guys to fight, but I think it keeps it entertaining, but I don't know.
Why? How long did the fight go on while I was at the store?
Oh my God. Boom, you just missed the whole fucking thing.
Oh man. I'm entertained.
Anyways, I'll
by
let you go. I just want to say I did not miss the show because I love Joey. I know Joey can be difficult at times, and but I didn't. If I was going to miss it because I had a problem with Joey, I would tell Joey, or I would make something different up, so at least he had somebody to cover.
So to wrap up, Gonzo hates Joey and is not saying it.
Gonzo loves Joey.
I do love Joey, and as does Boone, and as do you, Wush. I think you love him too. I think you like this conflict.
I enjoy it.
Joey, well, people are saying I instigated that. Booney, you were here. Did I instigate that, or was Joey kind of came out of left field with that?
You didn't instigate it, but of course, once the flames started, you fanned them.
He went out of Joey. We were having a normal conversation. All right, thank you, Gonzo.
Thank you, Gonzo.
All right, thank you.
We were having a normal conversation, and all of a sudden he gets into this weird thing like, well, you sound like Opie, kind of.
Yes,
and it was just weird. It came out of nowhere, and I'm like, what? You kind of sound like him. You're trying to sound like Opie. Your voice is fake. It's like high pitch.
I remember now exactly what it was about. I forgot for a second, but yeah, he totally just instigated an argument out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's goofy.
And it's not like saying you sound like Opie is a good thing.
Oh no! Oh, it's a real compliment. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. People can't stand Opie, so obviously it's an insult.
Joey has this weird thing, like he always brings up my voice whenever we have an argument. Like, yo, your voice, you think you have radio voice, you think you're radio god. Like, I think he perceives me in a way that I don't even perceive myself.
I can assure all the listeners that this is how Wush has talked since I've known him Sick for 6 years on and off on the radio. He's never changed, never deviated at all the way he talks.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you don't like my voice, that's fine. But I mean, to bring that up out of nowhere is just strange to me. It's odd behavior. It's from a guy who loves conflict.
That's it. I think he loves conflict. He loves controversy. And he realized he was getting off the phone and we're taking a break. And he's like, you know what? I should throw a quick punch out there.
Oh, because he's mad because I said, oh, hey, Joey, you eat edibles. Because we had a conversation the other day. It was a funny conversation, actually, where I was like, dude, how do you eat so much of those? He's like, I fucking ate like a whole tin. We're laughing about it. So then I brought it up, and then he goes, that was the reason me and Max are fighting. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the most childish shit I've ever heard. You find the dumbest reasons to get angry, and everyone notices it. Every single person here says it. So at what point do you say, hey, maybe it's me. Maybe it's fucking me and not everybody else? Your best friends, guys you've hung out with, who spent time at your house, you fucking slept in their trailer, and you treat them like shit.
It was
the guy
nice
opened
trailer.
their house to you. He opened his house to you so you could sleep there.
It had air conditioning.
Jesus. Calm the fuck down already.
He's very emotional. He gets very charged up. He's a gay guy.
That has nothing to do with it.
It does. Gay guys always are way more emotional and get way more butthurt about the stupidest things. It's like a woman, like a wife, kind of like Joey's very manly, masculine, gay guy, but still, he's a gay guy. They do that. They do that a lot.
So his excuse is that he's gay. Is that what you're saying? Because I don't.
No, I'm saying that might contribute to him always getting pissed off or offended over absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, what? Just ignore it. That's what everyone says. It's like, how could you ignore that? It's like a fucking bull.
Me and him fight, and then I just tell him, okay, Joey, whatever. And then a few months goes by, or a week goes by. It's just like, yeah, what's up, dude? Okay, Joey, how you doing?
Do you know what my entire fucking week was? It's like listening to, like, this shit. Like, dealing with other people's problems. And then, people tell you, oh, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I'm like, wow, this sounds really familiar. When did this happen? Oh, yeah, like a few months ago, this exact same argument happened with me. That's weird.
Yeah.
Must be a coincidence.
It's a reoccurring theme.
My fucking camera is frozen. Are you seeing my camera is frozen for you too?
Oh, yeah, it's frozen.
I don't know what the fuck happened. Ready to send this YouTube and launch it out the fucking window.
You just yank out the USB, plug it back in.
Try that, actually.
But I just went to the store because I was like, you know what? I want to have a six-pack. So I went to the store. They were closed. Buddy saw me go back into my car and drive. And he unlocked the door. He goes, come on in and get your beer. Come on in, Booney. You could buy beer here. We are closed at 11 now. You can only sell booze till 11. Like, oh, it's only 11:10. He goes, that's what I will sell you booze. So thank you.
Wow, you made a good suggestion. It worked.
Yep, I'm an IT guy. Did you try turning it off and on again?
I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
No, I know, but that's what they say.
I mean, I'm at the end of my rope with this shit, and like I feel like I extend my courtesy to Joey way too often. I try to be. I don't know. It's just fucking tiring. No.
Yeah. It is exhausting. I would hate to have to deal with a new controversy every few weeks where people are like, you know what, man, I'm going to leave. Like, it's like, oh, come on, don't leave. What is this? Or like, I'm not doing his show. Or he's not doing my fucking show. He's not engineering. I don't want him to engineer my show anymore. Stuff like that. I'm not, it's exhausting. I'm glad I don't have to fucking deal with it.
Can I also mention that Wush and Boon is kind of like actually getting almost as many listeners and downloads as Joey's show is lately. Like our show even beat out his interview with Michael Rappaport, which is interesting.
I can't believe that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Strange. So, yeah, Joey's listeners mean a lot. Yeah. Couldn't be that we both have a good show, and ours isn't based on anything else except two nobodies just talking, and we don't have anything to fall back on or a crutch.
Of course we have a good show. So does Joey. I like our show. I listen back to our show, and I don't cringe at myself that badly, But I would listen to our show if I wasn't a part of it. You know, and I'd listen to Joey's show every single week. But I just don't understand in a house of like-minded people of the similar ilk that we can't just all fucking have a good time.
I'm telling you, Joey doesn't like when people are getting along for too long. Like you become friends with him again, and then eventually he just finds some frivolous reason to argue. Like he likes that conflict.
Maybe it's not a bad thing that he does that.
It's a bad thing.
Well,
it's a psychotic thing.
It's, you know, I'm not going to say it's not a thing. It is a thing. It's a thing, for sure. A reoccurring thing. I love Joey, so.
Well, that's the thing. How am I supposed to deal with it when the guy who runs the show now is kind of like just fucking annoyed?
There's nothing you can do about it. Now, if you don't want to engineer Joey's show...
I'm not engineering anything close to him.
Right. And if Max is not going to be doing it anymore, well, I would give it a shot. But you know what would happen if I tried engineering his show? I'd fuck it up once, and he'd hate me for it.
Oh, well, that's a lesson, I guess. I mean, when you work with people, you don't want to piss off the wrong person, especially the one who runs the fucking thing and makes it happen. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh, listen to this. I heard the best fucking interview in the world. You know who Tom Jones is?
Yeah.
Okay. Tom Jones, the fucking lounge singer. So Tom Jones, back in the 70s, early 70s, was working Las Vegas. He was at Elvis was working Caesar's Palace doing shows, and Tom Jones was like, I don't know, who knows? Whatever. The Tangiers. Who fucking knows where Tom Jones was? So they became really good friends. And somebody went up to Elvis with a song and was like, Elvis, check out this song. He's trying to pitch a song to Elvis. And Elvis was like, yeah, man, that's really good, man. That's a Tom Jones. That'd be better for Tom Jones. I'm going to go give it to Tom. I like this song. So he takes the song, goes, Tom, I got a song for you. And Tom goes, hold on, Elvis. He's in Tom's Vegas suite, his hotel room, Tom Jones's. And he's like, Elvis, I just got off stage. I have to take a shower. Elvis like, no, that can wait. That can wait. And Tom's like, I'm covered in sweat. He just did a huge show. He's like, Elvis, I'm getting in the shower. So Tom Jones gets in the fucking shower, starts taking a shower, right? Buck naked. All of a sudden, he starts hearing someone singing. Elvis comes in naked, gets in the shower, and starts singing the song to Tom. And Tom goes, Elvis, get the fuck out of here. He's like, oh, all right, we'll catch up later, man. We'll catch up later. Elvis sits on the toilet and starts taking a shit and singing the song for Tom Jones. Tom Jones got out of the shower. He's like, oh my God, Elvis. Here's the kicker. He's like, get out of the bathroom. So Elvis gets out of the bathroom naked. And Tom Jones is drying off. And he sees in the toilet a shit and Elvis's nickel-plated 1911 pistol in the toilet.
Is this a video or a story you read?
It's a story. Tom Jones told it on National Public Radio.
Didn't that fat ass die on the toilet too? Elvis?
I think he did.
That's the scariest thing to think about. Like the same thing with that scene in The Sopranos where the guy's constipated and he goes to take a shit and has a heart attack. I'm like, ugh. That's probably going to be how I die. I'm going to be constipated one day. I'm just going to shit really hard and just have a fucking heart attack.
And I like that guy who died on the shitter. He was a good character. It sucked they killed him off.
Because he was eating turkey. He's like, the turkey's like, he's like spackle in my bowels. And then he goes to take a shit and then they knock on the door and he's just dead.
Yeah.
And then Tony has to find a new capo and he picks Ralph. You remember?
That's right.
And then the scene where he kills Ralph. That's fucking amazing. You remember that?
Yeah, Ralphie was the biggest piece of shit, but I loved that character so much. I love when Christopher's chopping him up. Fucking, what the fuck? It's a fucking wig. Yeah, you
wouldn't even know if he had your mother's muff on his head.
Yeah.
You're so high on skag, you wouldn't know if he had his mother's muff on his head. And then they put his head in with the bowling ball. That's the funniest scene, though, like when they actually kill each other, because he killed Tony's horse. He killed Pyomai. Ralph set the barn on fire and killed the horse.
That's right.
And Tony, being a sociopath, connects with animals. So, like, he loved that horse. And then he comes over. You fucking cooked that horse alive, didn't you? no, I didn't. And then they get into a fight. He smashes like a toaster on his head, and then Ralph sprays him in the eyes with ant spray.
Yeah.
And then in that scene, actually, that's improv, the stove was left on from Ralph cooking the eggs. And you'll see Tony puts his hand on the stove and burns his hand. That was real, like for real. And he just played the scene anyway.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's pretty
Well,
cool.
why the fuck? Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
He actually burned his hand on the stove, and it, incorporated into the scene and continued acting. It's pretty cool.
I thought that the last season started to spiral out of control pretty badly, though. I got to admit.
Let me guess, because the veto thing, the veto gay thing.
No, that was actually fucking awesome.
A lot of people hated that. They're like, oh, Johnny Cakes. That's the big joke, like Johnny Cakes. It's the last season having a mob guy go gay, like ruined it. And I didn't think so. I thought it was awesome that him trying to hide out, and then he fucking like crashes his car, and then the guy comes out and he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to call the insurance. He's like, no, come on, please. And then the guy walks away. He just shoots him in the back of the head just to get away.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing of Vito trying to escape was good. I thought was good.
Well, they foreshadowed this too, because Vito was sucking cock at the construction site early in the morning, and Meadows' boyfriend saw him doing it or some shit.
Yeah, Finn.
Yeah, remember that?
He shows up to work early and Vito's sucking some like maintenance guy's cock.
Yeah. I love that scene because it's so surreal. You know what could happen? But it was like, who would let that big, fat, fucking, greasy dago suck your cock, even if you were gay?
No, there's a scene where Vito comes to the mall and ambushes Tony in the mall. And he's like, I could probably get a note from my doctor. And Tony's like, what, a note that says you don't suck cock?
Yeah.
It is funny.
That kid never ratted that out, though. He never said anything about it.
No, yes, he did.
Oh, he did to who?
They bring him in the back of the fucking butcher shop, and they make him tell the story to all the guys in the back of the butcher shop.
I don't remember that. Holy shit.
That's how they kill Vito. They find out the story, and then Phil Leotardo kills Vito, like when he's in a hotel room.
So Tony wanted him whacked because he's a faggot?
No, Tony didn't. Tony was like the guy who was like progressive about it, saying, oh, so he sucked a cock. Who cares? Like he was a good earner. And then
so
Phil,
sucked a cock.
Phil is like a really, Phil is like a really old school guy, and being gay in the mob is like completely against their beliefs. So there was a whole tension between him and Tony that whole season over letting him kill Vito because he's gay.
I want to know what episode the kid had to go into behind the fucking butcher shop and tell the story. I don't think I ever seen that episode.
I could find it pretty easily.
If you find me the season and the episode before the end of the show, that'd be great.
Yeah, this is one of the greatest shows ever made.
It was good.
I could watch that any episode at any time and still enjoy it.
I really liked Rome too. I mean, HBO's needs a real good blockbuster show. They haven't really done much lately. Game of Thrones, of course, was fucking phenomenal, but HBO at one point in time had like multiple blockbuster shows going on at once.
Sopranos. Fucking idiot. Did you see that kid, Swearinger from Deadwood is going to be in Game of Thrones?
No, I didn't see that.
Game of Thrones, season 6, episode 1. He's going to be in that.
He's an awesome actor, and people don't even realize he's a Brit. You know what I mean? He does the American accent. He does anything you need him to do. He's an awesome actor.
They're taking her jibs. Those Brits are taking all the acting jobs. For some reason, they're able to do our accent better than we can do theirs, for sure.
Yeah,
you can't even tell. There's no way to tell that they're British.
You have certain actors who can do amazing British accents, but I think one of the actors out there who's been in a lot of good roles, who has a really good agent, but is not a great actor, is Brad Pitt. I do not think Brad Pitt is a good actor at all, although his performance in the new movie The Pacific was fucking phenomenal. Is that the name of the movie? The Pacific? It was a war movie about a tank squad? I don't know. He did really well on that. But I think Brad Pitt is Brad shit. He cannot act. And I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is a great actor either. I think that because they're such fucking pretty boys, they get all the roles. There, I said it. You're just gonna let me hang on that one? All right.
Yeah,
that's
because
cool.
it's always a great thing. He's sending me messages while I'm on the air. And then go, why are you talking about me on the air?
Oh, okay, let's not bring this back because this is gonna perpetuate.
That's what he does, though. He'll start the shit and then he'll hang up and then he'll just start texting me the whole fucking time while I'm on the air and then criticize me for responding to it. It's like, you're a fucking loony, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I mean, let's just not talk about it then, because if he's not okay, so if you don't want him on the air, okay, fine, I get that. You guys are fighting with each other. Whatever. Joey's pissed. It's a fucking issue. But for us to keep talking about it, it's unfair because he's not here to defend himself, even though, it's kind of indefensible. But
just a fucking retarded.
Yeah. Well, let's
enough
move on.
of this. Seriously, it's at the point where I don't care anymore. Why do I need this stress? Is he really doing that much for me? Really, he isn't.
Well, his show is a big hit.
Well, who cares? A big hit.
It is.
Big hit.
It's a phenomenon.
Can we be brutally honest? Nothing's a big hit here. We're small time to where we can afford to lose anyone.
We're small potatoes. Can we say that we've received a couple of donations from generous people who want to see us?
Yeah, it's a good time to mention that. We've had people, Down East Mike, first of all, I have to mention this guy.
Oh, good fucking guy.
Fucking guy is amazing. And this is like the start of something really cool. It's kind of a bad time to not be a part of it. I think this guy, Mike, he's a fucking amazing person.
He was the prison guard, right?
Yeah, the ex-correctional officer who called into our show, and also Jamesy the week before.
He was great.
He had a heartfelt story.
Yeah.
About his wife, and it was a good interview, and he fucking, he's a real supporter. I don't even know, there's no way to, repay him. There's one thing we're doing. We have Podtrash t-shirts and hats. They're being made right now. And there's a white shirt with it says Podtrash, Uncensored Live Internet Radio, and then there's just hats. The only people who have hats is just me and Max, I think, because they're fucking expensive. Things are $30.
Yeah, I'm gonna have t-shirts made. I'm gonna spend $70 and do t-shirts too. So I'll get 20 shirts or something.
So figuring as soon as we get those made, I'm gonna send him one for sure.
If you donate, you should get something. I agree. I mean, it's really awkward to even bring it up, but the truth be told, this isn't gonna last forever unless it pays for itself. At least
it's more like it'll always exist, but it will never improve if we don't.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing. It won't improve. There won't be fucking cool stuff. There might be 2 Wush and Boon shows per week. Get it?
That's the plan. I would like it. Honestly, the plan is for both of us to not work and do this 5 days a week.
Yeah, 4-hour shows.
Yeah.
Just like Stern. Fucking wake up, do the 4 hours, fucking wake up.
Yeah, at that point, it could even be a morning show instead of a night show. That's true.
And then all of my attention would be on finding materials to talk about, bits, original content. I don't have time for that now. I'm in construction. The fuck? If I could just do construction as a means of making a little bit of money here and there on the side, you know what I mean? And doing a show where people get a lot out of it and enjoy it, and the site could finally pay for itself. Shit, man. Why wouldn't I want to do that? That's a fucking dream.
Well, I mean, people donating and, donating big amounts is just flabbergasting to me.
I never thought that would ever happen, but people like it. I'm so critical on myself and on you and on everyone else here that I'm I don't understand how great it is because I'm jaded. I'm so used to it. We just show up and do it. I don't understand people are getting any enjoyment out of it. It's hard for me to process that. And when I do process it, I'm very proud.
Well, I mean, if I was looking for a radio show, I know the first thing I would look for is guys who are honest, and that seems to be hard to find. It's always some morning zoo type shit, or they're just playing some character. It doesn't sound real.
Or they're a little bit withdrawn because they're so popular, they don't want to say the wrong thing, right? Imagine if Joe Rogan went on a rant about the niggers or something. He'd be in big fucking trouble.
I don't think he would ever do that.
He wouldn't. He's not that type of guy. I'm just saying. And I don't think we would either. Although we have, I think.
That's questionable.
But I'm saying you're gonna get that here at podtrash.com. If you're uncomfortable with it, you need trigger warnings. This isn't the fucking place to listen to radio. But if you're ready to listen to absolutely anything, completely fucking unfiltered, from conspiracy to race to politics, you're gonna get it here, and it's a rare thing. I don't know where else you can really get that, and it's a quality product. Doesn't sound like dog shit.
That's another thing. A lot of shows out there sound like shit.
Yeah.
Sound like, blog talk, whatever that fucking thing was.
Well, it all started with me and you pissing money into website buying equipment, me pissing money into buying equipment, and it's only cost us money. And now there's an actual tangible reality that we could have the site pay for itself through donations or merch or whatever. And I think we should go for it, man. Why not? Have JMZ show fucking t-shirts, not just Podtrash. Joey Boots show t-shirt. People want to buy a t-shirt. Hey, fucking A, man.
Those shirts are on back order. Joey Boots show.
Oh, the Joey Boots show's been discontinued, Wush?
Yeah. We're gonna make them. No, I actually do want to make. I was looking at the place that Max uses, and they had like a nice brown shirt that matches the background of the Wush and Boon logo. So I'm like, what if I just take the logo that we have for our show, the cartoon drawing and the Wush and Boon above it, and put that on the front of a shirt and make custom shirts?
That's a multicolor. That's gonna cost.
So it'll be expensive, but I only order like 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm doing. My shirt's gonna be a white t-shirt. I'm sorry, my t-shirt's gonna be a gray t-shirt and a black t-shirt with a logo I've been working on. It's a very black and white, so it'll be white print on black and it'll be black print on gray, and they're cheap. I can get a bunch of them for like cheap money. I know a guy, so I'll have those. Should probably just mail the whole box to you, Wush. So
it reminds me, today I went and signed a lease for a new apartment. I move in on December 15th. It's done finally.
Yeah, good. You gotta give me your address.
It's fucking nice too. It's a brand new complex. No one's ever lived there.
Is it on Long Island?
Yeah, and it's got a gym. And each building has its own gym, its own laundry center, even a rec room where it has pool tables, and you can watch TV in there. You can bring friends over and have a community room to just fuck around in. And yeah, the whole apartment's brand new. It's fucking amazing.
So you've already figured out where your studio is gonna be.
Yeah, it's a 1-bedroom. It comes out to $1,100 a month, which is for Long Island is pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah,
especially brand new.
And you're gonna be like, you're gonna want to go out and get on Tinder and maybe go to a bar or something. You want to come back to my place?
Oh yeah, I can. Well, I can do that now. But
I know that, but now it's gonna be even better.
Yeah, it's definitely better because I'm not allowed to really change anything here because it's not in my name, the house. So it's gonna be gone. February 1st is the closing date. The house will be gone then, and then I'll be in an apartment. It'll be actually my first apartment. I've always lived here, so.
So, and then you could have here's how it's different. And this has happened with my first apartment. It went from, we realized a certain element of freedom that I could have naked bitches in here and I could be spraying them down with fucking champagne as long as I clean up tomorrow.
There's definitely going to be assholes spread.
Yeah, you could go buy a speculum now.
That is what I dream about. Yeah, the first day I get in there, I'm just going to get completely naked and walk around.
Why not?
Yeah. And then when the cable guy comes in.
You know what you should do with all your freedom? Stand on top of the toilet tank and take a shit standing up into the bowl.
You know what the worst part is though? It comes with advantages, but the disadvantage is I can't smoke now. I can't smoke indoors. They don't allow us smoking on the property. There's only a designated smoking area where you have to walk outside, go down like a fucking sidewalk to a specific area to smoke.
Dude, they have a fucking type of fan called an air mover that you can retrofit to a window. Trust me, you can smoke.
Well, the thing is, a lot of times smokers don't even smell smoke. They'll think, yeah, this fucking fan's getting rid of it. Then someone who doesn't smoke walks in, bam, immediately they smell that and they go, we fucking reek of cigarettes. It's happened.
You might physically reek, but the room won't. You get the fan, the right draft, fucking insulate left and right of the window and make it airtight, it all goes out the fucking fan if you smoke next to it. Trust me, that's how I smoke down here. If I didn't have my fan, I'd be fucked.
Yeah, but you're also not risking, like, even if they smell a little bit, they could say, violate the lease, kick me out. Or they can charge you for that. Like, at the end, you don't get your security deposit back. They'll be like, it smells like smoke in here. We had to hire a steam cleaner to get the smell out. They can pull all kinds of shit.
You know what? Forfeiting a security deposit is worth being able to smoke in your own place. But smoking in your own place is gross.
The security deposit is equal to the rent. So it's a full month of rent.
I'm embarrassed. I mean, smoking in your own house is a fucking nasty thing.
I don't even want to do it, though. That's what I think. It's a brand new apartment, and I feel like, why would I ruin it with fucking tar getting all over the walls? Like, literally everything in my house is ruined. All my electronics are ruined. There's like fucking tar inside my computer. It's gross.
A good friend of mine who's a plasterer. He does plaster. He's my plasterer. I don't know how to do plaster. He has, those stainless steel hoods over ovens?
Yeah.
He found one of those in a dumpster, and it was a really nice one. And he had it mounted. He had it installed. I helped him with it over his computer desk. And it's one of these like $1,000 ones that you can't even hear. And he fucking turns it on and he just smokes butts. Goes right up the fucking hood. Right up the hood. His wife never complained. It works like a fucking charm, and it's exactly what I really want to do is quit smoking. But in the meantime, if I'm going to smoke it down here, I have the fan. That works. It's fine. But I really want the hood. Because when the fan's on in the winter, it's still cold as fuck down here.
Oh, that's the other thing. When it's the winter, I'm going to have to walk outside to go smoke a cigarette. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should just fucking stop.
Just quit. They're killing you, man.
Yeah, of course. I love if I could do that, but it's so fucking hard. That feeling of that smoke burning my lungs. I love it.
I was on the vape for so long, and then I fucked up and just went back to smoking. But pretty miserable existence being a smoker.
Yeah. People in chat room are like, talk about Joey again.
Talk about Joey. Well, why? So Joey fucking starts texting Wush, and Wush gets distracted, and we can't do the show. I know the whole thing is funny. Of course, I had to go to the store. I wish you guys waited to argue. But let's wait till Booney gets back so we can argue. So he gets to hear it.
I don't know. I just found it weird. Like, he just brings that up a lot. That was definitely meant to get me pissed off, and it worked. So.
Oh, wait. About the donate button, I'm going to donate tonight, right?
I said I would give you the Steam wallet. I have money in my Steam wallet, and I'm not going to use it. I said you can have it, but it won't let me send it to you directly. I have to apparently buy something and gift it for some reason.
Yes, they're fuckers about that. So get like a $2 game. But anyway, I'm going to donate tonight. And listen, fucking 50 cents, $1. If you think that's chump change, you're an asshole. It's not. If somebody could give us 50 cents or $1, it's just as good as any other amount of currency. It's awesome. Thank you. It's going to help. Trust me, this place will get better. Just wanted to say that because it's an important thing. And I know I feel like a fucking complete shill by having to even talk about it, but it's real. We do. We have to bring it up. It's something that's going to help this place not only get better, but exist. So that's it. That's all I have to say about it. And I'm donating tonight. It's not going to be a terrible amount of money. It's not going to be a lot of money, but it's what I feel comfortable with.
Will it be enough for a pack of cigarettes?
Yeah, exactly enough for a pack of cigarettes, actually. You'll get some change. You'll get like a little bit of change back.
Yeah, I think the thing is nobody has to donate, but the option is there, and I think it's better than us seeking sponsors because sponsors are a form of control. Now with this guy from Click a Ticket, luckily we landed a good deal because he doesn't give a shit what we do. I think he spins the traffic through something else just so people don't know. I think he said something like that, and I think that's what he's doing. Like he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter because it's going through Google or some shit.
Yeah, it's Google Analytics, and it's tough to associate us to them. But Yeah, it is a great company. Click a Ticket is an awesome company, so we're lucky. We're lucky to have them, and we're gonna keep going out there seeing if we can get other sponsors. A lot of people aren't gonna do business with us because of our nature, who we are here at podtrash.com. So, I mean, the likelihood of sponsorship is almost non-existent. The best we can do is try to support this place on donations from people who get it, who want to be here, want to hear this shit. Sounds like a National Public Radio fucking pledge drive. If it sounds like that, it's because it is. It is a pledge drive tonight, fellas. For the price of a cup of coffee, you could have Wush and Boon Show 100.
Here's Jdummy. This is not... Fuck, I don't have the donation one loaded, Jdummy, but this one is recorded for the Amazon thing. Here, let me play this for you.
Howdy, folks. Jdummy here, reminding all you fine Podtrash listeners that it's December, and the holiday season is upon us. What are you waiting for? You expect the gift to fall in your lap and crush your cock? It ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna need you to go to podtrash.com, scroll down, and look for that Amazon search bar. Use that for all your online shopping needs. And know that a portion of the purchases goes back to podtrash.com, which ensures a strong showing in 2016. And we'll keep this shit rolling, folks. So don't be dumb. While you're on podtrash.com, scroll down and take advantage of that Amazon search bar. Tell them Jdummy sent you. And now, back to the show.
Thank you.
Jdummy's the best, dude.
Jdummy, he made that gif of Chuck Steak.
And guess
horse,
what? That's just as good as a donation. We're not even just talking about donations to keep the site alive. If you guys want to help us out doing OC, making a bid or something, oh, come on, man. We need that stuff. That stuff is great.
The best way to describe Podtrash is it's a crowd-funded network. And that funded doesn't mean financially only. It means content-wise, and everybody steers the direction of the shows, I think. Even the listeners have a part in what goes on here.
Oh, the chat room is always being brought up live on the radio, like fucking every 5 minutes.
That's why I put the chat room there. Like, not a lot of people like to use chat rooms, but I specifically put that there because it's like, now people have a way to interact with the show. Some people don't like calling into radio shows. Like, they're not comfortable being on the phone, or they can't think of something to say. So the chat room's a way for people to just, criticize or shit on or compliment the shows. Usually shitting on, but
yeah,
we appreciate all comments.
Yeah, we're not that sensitive here. You got to learn how to have.
Well, some of us aren't.
You got to learn how to have a thick skin. I'm not talking about a foreskin. What? That joke go nowhere? Yeah, it's shit. That sucked.
I mean, that's another point. I mean, we're kind of supposed to be portraying that where we don't get so bent out of shape over little things. And I think we're finding that we have a big anchor that does that. You see,
I solve it by not getting bent out of shape at all.
Well, you don't even get involved in it. That's the problem. It fucking goes down, and then where's Booney? He walks away, and he's at the store somewhere while I'm fucking fighting for myself.
I asked for a 15-minute break. You're like, yeah, totally, dude. Okay, thanks, Joey. And then all that shit went down. And I'm like, well, I might as well go now so that the show doesn't go on, you know what I mean? Where it's just you or a caller or something. Like, I'll just go now. This stupid fight will only last 2 seconds, and Wush will hang up and go to the break. I didn't know it was going to become a thing. I should have known better because I know Joey.
Yeah, fuck you. You definitely knew that was going to be a thing.
And what do? I just sit there and laugh because I understand the reality of the fucking argument.
Well, you don't even get... He doesn't give you that same thing. Like, he's not coming to you and out of nowhere like, yeah, Booney, you sound like Anthony Cumia. You're trying to sound like Anthony Cumia. I mean, you could say the same shit about that.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, for me, it's just like, oh, here we go again. For me to come, like, if you were to expect me to be like, I'm going to come to your defense, Wush does not, that's almost ridiculous. Because at this point, I'm like, yeah, there's no reason to even come to the defense because Joey's got a hard on for Wush. So he's going to start talking shit.
He has a
it's
literal
not going to change
hard
anything. It would be the same if Max was on and Joey started like being a bitch to Max and be like, I got a problem with you too. and I'd be like, oh, okay, here, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah. And of course, I wasted my fucking time all week trying to talk to Max and get them together to try and solve this. Wow.
Yeah.
What a great guy I am.
Well, I think we need another nuclear meltdown Holocaust broadcast where we all get on and we discuss it. And maybe
nothing even fucking happened. Joey, out of nowhere, just brought that shit up. Didn't that seem out of left field? Like, it made no sense. It was not pertaining to the topic at all, except the fact we were talking about that show, and then all of a sudden he's like, yo, you sound like Opie. Then I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. If I sound like him, that's fine. He's a guy who's successful in doing radio. Yeah. And then he just kind of steers it another way, like, no, like, you try to sound like him. Does it sound like I'm attempting to sound like somebody? I'm talking in my own voice.
You've never deviated from the way you speak on the radio since I've known you, and this is neither of us had even listened to Opie.
No, I didn't listen to that show when we started this. Definitely not. I actually don't even listen to that show now. The only times I've heard it are when there's conflict, which is funny because it's kind of what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
And all I said was it's going to be interesting. You listen to that argument between Opie and Jimmy that just happened. I was glued to the fucking stereo, listening to the entire thing. Him going like Jimmy's like, well, you know, you're a hard guy to be around, right?
You say odd shit.
Yeah, you say weird shit sometimes. He's like,
you say odd shit.
Like, we're going to use our intelligence and... Yeah, like it's like I don't say shit like that.
No.
Opie's afraid to confront anybody. That was his whole issue. He would hold it all in and not say it. I'm the complete opposite. I will tell you exactly how I feel, which is why this conflict is happening right now, because I'm not going to just sit here and take shit. I'll shit on you too. I don't care.
And also, Opie's like a lot of Opie's criticism is that it's tough to be in the same room with them because there's a lot of passive aggressive behavior. There's also a really bad vibe. Like we're gonna piss off fucking Greg shells walking on Greg shells.
His mood dictates the room. That's
exactly. And it's like, how the fuck is that comparable here? I've always been able to say whatever the fuck I wanted. If I was pissed off at you, I told you to go fuck yourself. Yeah, and you did the same to me.
And the other thing is, like, I look at Anthony, I listened to that whole show that he did, and like the instinct is to be like, yeah, Anthony's right. You know, he's the guy who doesn't give a shit. He's loosey-goosey, you know. But then you really listen to him, and he kind of sounded like a douche for a lot of it.
When I first started listening to Opie and Anthony before the breakup, I heard him every now and then on BCN when they were in Boston. Every now and then. And I heard some really fucking hilarious shit. Not once when I first started listening to Opie and Anthony did I think Opie was a dick. The only time I thought Opie was a dick was when Cumia was gone. And then everyone started talking shit. And then Anthony and Opie started fighting. I was like, oh, and I really got to analyze their whole history. And I went, wow, maybe Opie was a dick. But I never thought that before. It's weird. It's weird.
Then I also saw just like, I don't know, Anthony kind of was like coming from my perspective where he was saying, you know, Opie would always complain that Anthony wasn't involved in his personal life and wanted him to call him on the phone all the time. And Anthony's like, we're fucking men. You don't call each other on the fucking phone like your girlfriend. The only people I talk on the phone with is my family. And it's like, that's exactly how I felt. Yeah. And that was my point of view.
But that was Anthony, right?
Yeah, Anthony said that.
Yeah.
That it's not a good idea for them to communicate. And they said that's how they made that show work for all those years. They didn't communicate in personal life because they probably would have killed each other.
Well, I think that me and you should do some type of, professional meeting involving production and work in the site and really trying to make this place a good place. A little collaboration. It helps to have a different set of eyes.
It was definitely a tale of caution. Watching that happen.
Oh, sure. You know what I mean? Mutual fucking in situations like this, it's so easy. It's just like a band. If you're not very vocal with everybody and really straighten out all the fucking psychological drama between the members, the band is doomed. And that's how my band ended.
But then I kind of think like their show lasted for so long because they didn't confront those issues. And now I'm thinking, the way Podtrash works is everybody confronts each other, and it stops us from doing the work. It's a hindrance. You get the content out of it when people are fighting, but then it stops us in our tracks. It becomes mud that we have to walk through, and we can't get the shows going. Now we're going to, Joey's going to go mad, and he's going to, no, now my show's not on. So it affects the fucking network.
Yeah.
So is it a good thing? I don't know.
No, it is a good thing because it affects the network and it affects the people who are involved because we all care about each other on a certain level. We're all of like mind. We all want this fucking thing to work. I don't want to see less shows up on that ticker tape. I want to see more shows of people speaking their minds, saying whatever the fuck they want, and not having to be persecuted for it. There's a safe space here at Podtrash for people who hate safe spaces. You can come here. No one's going to fuck with you. You might get doxxed by some social justice warrior if you say the wrong shit, but whatever. You'll still be at home here at fucking Podtrash. I love that. And we're the only one. There's not another one. It's just a bunch of profiteer assholes charging people to have a podcast on their shitty fucking site, like Spreecast or whatever. Fuck that noise.
Well, anybody can get on there. That's another issue.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be that way.
Right. Not anyone can get on here. We cherry pick.
Yeah, you're not going to, if you put your show, like a lot of people, they create a website for their show, they put their show on iTunes, and then it just sits in a sea of fucking content. People have so many things to do. They fucking go to work, and then entertainment-wise, they have movies, TV shows, satellite radio shows, comic books, books, all these ways to entertain themselves. It's like, what separates you from all of that? Why should someone listen to this instead of any of that other shit? And I think the only way to do that and stand out is to have a network where you say, this is content we think is good, and it's only that. Nobody, you can't just have some shithead get on here. I don't think that should be how it is, where anybody could be a part of it.
Hey, ban this fucker Maverick out of the chat room right now. He's sending malware, like fucking spam into the fucking... He's not spamming, but he sent a link that if you open up his link, it goes to a fake Facebook login.
Some weird fucking people on the internet.
I think it's malware.
Did I tell you I had an angry grandma messaging me?
No, what'd she say?
There's this weird face, this lady with a weird face that looks just angry. She looks like she's 60-something years old, maybe older. And she tweets me all these messages about just angry shit, you fucking suck. I'm how did this lady find the fucking internet?
Yeah.
How?
She didn't. That's just a picture of some old lady. I'm sure if you do a reverse
it's really her, because she exists on other shows. It's a real person.
Oh, okay. I don't know. There are people very jealous about what we're up to, too. And listen, we're talking shit about all the other, we're actually putting into question what these for-profit podcast sites are up to. And maybe they pick up on it. Maybe get these motherfuckers. Because we're really throwing a wrench in their gears by what we're doing here.
Well, the biggest thing is it's still residual from that other situation. People who seem to not be able to move on, they love our attention. People who hate us. There's people who literally hate us, but they listen to it and they make predictions about what's going to happen here, and it's
And the odd shit is that we're not doing that. We're not reciprocating. We don't even give a fuck.
That's what I said, and apparently I'm lying by saying that. I said I have never witnessed any of those shows. I never spend any of my time in there. I'm not in there in the chat room fucking with people. I'm not under a different account. If I'm going to fuck with you, it comes directly from Podtrash Network, at Podtrash Network.
I've watched Eliza's show a bunch of times. It's not bad. It's really not. It's really weird.
It is horrible.
It's a very Twilight Zone feel to it, but it's not bad. I have no problem with them. On that level, on a creative level, I think it's great what they're doing. I think they should have came here.
It just reminds me of a girl who's on too much Adderall or something, or is,
She's a weird character. Very very what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. I can't articulate it. I don't know.
Annoying?
But there's something about her that's really strange and interesting and compelling. Oh,
Yeah,
and
well,
this
let's
guy,
log
another
your
guy in the
hours.
chat, and Tortellini says, ban everyone. I know what that means. That means like I can't handle faggotry in the chat room. I really can't. It's annoying, and I don't really mind that much. I'm not saying ban everybody, but when somebody's pasting a fucking creepy link to some weird bad Facebook login that's all encrypted and fucked up and probably it's not even Facebook.com. It's malware. It's a fucking virus. I mean, you post that in the chat room. Come on, I don't want some idiot fucking logging into that. Not that I'm saying you guys would, or you guys are idiots, but I mean, don't do that.
651.
Hello, it's me, Punjab. It's your dad, Booney. Hello.
Oh, hey, Punjabi.
Oh, yes, you got my link. Oh, very good, very good. I can fix your computer now.
Oh, very good. I'll give you all my. Do you need my social security number too?
Oh, that's the good place to start.
Okay, I'll start with my social security number, and then we can take it from there. I also have all my bank cards ready. We'll get this done after the show. But I had a question for you.
Good.
I had a question for you about your native country.
Oh, yes, India is a great place.
I heard that there are designated shitting streets. That there's designated places in India where you can just take a shit on the street, and it's okay.
Yes, it's pretty much called where the fuck you want to take a shit.
So you just take a shit wherever in India.
Taj Mahal Street, Bombay Street, doesn't matter. In front of your house if you want.
Don't you realize that? I mean, come on now. There's running water. There's plumbing in India. What's with the street? And there's no. Do you guys use your hands?
Oh, what we do is you take a shit, you let the sun dry out the turd, and then you snack on it later. It's Indian beef jerky.
It's disgusting.
Oh, that is very subjective. For you, it's disgusting. For your father, it's a great deal.
It's terrible. What is the name of this caller again? Punjabi?
Punjab, your father. Where's my baby boy chuck steak?
Well, I was wondering if we could speak to Static, because I bet Static has a real good opinion on what's going on here. Can we get Static on the line? Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Static?
Hey, what's up, Static? We had to hang up on Punjab.
Sorry, Punjab.
Oh, man. Fucking Punjab is a trip. Who would make jerky out of their turds? It's terrible.
I don't know. It's disgusting. It's an Indian thing. They put curry on it, and it tastes better, apparently.
That's why you can't reheat curry.
Yeah, you cannot reheat curry.
Oh, do you remember? He probably knows Dr. Balbir Bindi. Do you remember that guy?
I remember Balbir Bindi.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah. The crank calls used to go on for like hours and hours.
I believe you have a tumor, Mr. Russo. We fooled this old guy in Santa Monica, California, that I was his doctor, and I called him as his doctor and said he had a tumor and needed to come in immediately. And then he said he was in the mob and he was going to kill us.
Dude, I remember that I was like against all the crank calls. I'm like, he's a confused old man. Stop it, you guys. I don't like it. But then he loved it. Like he started loving us.
We called as his doctor. Then the second time we called with Booney in the background playing the mobster, saying that he kidnapped me and had me tied up in the back of the room. Yeah. Then the third time we called as the police, saying the doctor has been killed and his body was found with a note saying Mr. Russo did it.
Wait a second. Yeah, but then I was against all that shit because like he's a poor old guy, but he was so lonely that eventually laughing and like having a really good time with us.
Because we told him we were in the mob. That the second call, we're like, "What were you, Frankie, 2 times?"
Yeah. I was Frankie 2 times. Gotta get the papers. But he started loving us, man. He was a Korean War vet. He was a badass guy, dude. We got to know a lot about him. And at first, something I was against turned into something really beautiful. So
I still have those calls. I'm gonna dig those up for next show and play them.
Did we ban Janella, Wush?
No, we didn't ban Janella. She said she was leaving, and then she fucking flipped out and had a tantrum for some reason.
I love Janelle. I've got no problem with her at all. So, yeah.
I think we found that she kind of, I don't know, liked the same kind of shit that we were trying to get rid of.
Yeah, but she never talked shit or was an asshole in the chat room. She was always nice to me.
You missed.
Everyone in Puppet Land knows that he did.
Yeah, but who cares about Puppet Land? If someone comes here and they're decent and they're not trying to...
Listen, I called reluctantly to talk to Pundeep.
Yeah.
Is he still
Oh,
on
it's
the
my
line?
baby boy. Hello.
Chuck Steak. It's your father, Chuck.
I know I hate to do this, and I hate to fucking get to his level, but I just... Pundeep, someone wanted to verify if I was myself, and I clicked a bad link in chat, and I'm pretty sure that the guy has control of my computer, and I didn't know where else to turn. As much as I despise you, I need your help.
It is a good thing that my sons can get together and work with their father. It is a very good day.
Yes, Dad, but you left us. You went back to India and left a family here in America, in Boston.
And my mother's laptop is still pregnant.
Yeah. Her laptop is pregnant because of you.
Oh, I love the way you guys are jumping on your father. Great, great American spirit.
What do I do? I mean, now this whole other universe has my identity. It's out there. What am I going to do?
And dick pics. How do you get rid of dick pics?
Okay, I'll tell you what to do. First thing, you stand up.
Yes.
Then you reach in your pocket and count how much money you have, and then I'll take it and fix your computer.
You're going to charge your own adopted son?
This is the American way, boy. Who is going to teach you this?
Well, I figure I could come to you for help after what you've done to my mother, and I was going to apologize, but you know what? Now I just realized that you're just a scam artist.
Yeah.
You either do the fucking or you get fucked, son. This is what I'm trying to teach you.
Unbelievable.
This is incredibly racist.
I thought I could turn to my own father for help.
All right, so
I'm teaching you the best lesson ever.
Wush, I would say, and I hate to change the subject, but I would say if Jimmy Tortellini wanted to call in, he can. Okay?
Yeah, call in, you faggot.
Or just get the fuck rid of him because he's a coward. And we don't tolerate faggotry and
If you're going to spurg out in the chat, you got to call
he
in.
He never wanted a show. Bullshit. I remember.
He definitely did. He
was
begged
begging
me.
for a show.
Yeah. He's so butthurt.
Please give me a show. I think that was his exact words.
Dude, get out of Puppet Land.
And if you call in, dude, I'm not gonna be like, we're just gonna fucking be combative and attack you. We'll let you talk, dude. But if you're a complete tool, like I'm convinced you are.
Call in, Jimmy. Call in right now. He says you wish I had a show here, so call in and show us how entertaining you are. I want to see how funny it is.
Show us. You'd be
Please.
a fucking stumbling, stuttering mess.
You're questioning the fact of whether he's a tool when he's here to start some kind of brigade against a different podcast site.
But this is good. We've got like worshipers.
I know. If you listen to my show, I explained all of this.
I've never once gone to a different podcast site to fight their army of listeners.
Yeah, right.
It's so fucking lame. It was like that O&A army shit.
When I'm hard up and I need to masturbate, that's what I masturbate to. Their tweets to me. I pull my cock out and I come to those messages.
Well, listen.
Well, that's weird.
I know. Well, that's what I do, man.
But O&A later admitted that whole Howard War shit, they said they shouldn't have done that. They were just taking a page out of Howard's book and trying to like attack the competition. And they said
idea.
It was they said it all in all, in the end, it sucked. It didn't work out well for us. But, whatever. You can call in, man. We're
still
here.
waiting for Jimmy to call.
I want to call in to Aliza. Let me call into your show next time you do a show. I'll call in. You can ask me whatever you want. But you got to let me. See, that's the thing. I got nothing to hide. Hold on. Shut up, Chuck. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. I've got nothing to hide at all. I'll call into your... You know what I mean? You faggots won't call into this show. That's what makes your argument or your butt hurt completely invalid. You invalidate yourself by hiding. What are you exactly hiding from?
Well, he has an agenda. I mean, he should speak his fucking mind.
Totally. And we're given a soapbox on a fucking silver platter. We're giving them a soapbox.
Afraid of that, though. Like, they have to exist within some fake Twitter account to even muster up something to say. They're mouth breathers.
They're absolutely fucking somebody's sock
No,
puppet.
he's clearly a talent because he wanted to have his own show here. So let's hear you. I mean,
Yeah, he did want his own show here.
right, and he's defending his so-called fat bitches. So
Yeah.
call in.
None of those girls
I'm not calling into your fact show. All right, then get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
That just,
Get
it's
out.
just kind of cringy.
We don't ban fat bitches.
You won't even call in. You're afraid to get on the
Yeah,
telephone.
no, he's a real hero. Now he can go back and say, hey, I got them all riled up, and I was defending everyone.
Dude, don't ban him. Let him keep going. Let him keep going because I can tell he's getting sad about like what he's up to. Like I can tell he's like kind of regretting it. He's not looking so good, and he's scared, and he's a coward. He won't, all that.
All he ever wanted was a show here. And he probably could have had one.
He probably could have.
Here we
he
go.
didn't act like a child.
No, he
Hold
got your YouTube.
on. 631.
This is Jimmy Linguini. That's not me in the chat.
Oh, that's not you. Oh, that's right. You were Jimmy Linguini, not Jimmy Tortellini.
That's not me.
Okay. So what's up, man?
Shit, I say it's him.
It totally.
No,
is.
it's absolutely not. Look at. I'm only listening because I saw that Joey Boots posted something and about being kicked off, and when I came on, I just noticed what was going on, and Mush given his normal thing that he always gives out, but
All right, I'm gonna
that's not
hang
me in
up.
the chat. My IP's blocked. Go for it. Not me.
Do you have any insight into why people are so obsessed with this network but don't actually interact with it in any other way?
Oh no, I mean the Robin trolling is hilarious because she's burned so many bridges and she's pissed people off. So people just come here to troll her.
But why is some random girl on Twitter? She's not a celebrity. Why are people wasting this much fucking time? It's kind of sad.
Because she thinks it's okay to try to fuck with people's real lives.
How is she fucked with people's real lives?
Hold on. Now I'm convinced that the guy in chat is not actually Jimmy Linguini.
I don't think Janelle is fat. I don't think she's like great looking, but I wouldn't start calling her fat. I don't fat shame.
Well, you didn't answer my question. Why is it so important? Why is Robin so important?
I can't really. I'm not going to give it publicly out there, but there's some reasons why.
So she's a undercover. She's fucking with people's lives.
She just burned a lot of bridges, and I mean, I don't want to put anybody else's business out there, but.
But why do we take collateral damage, dude? I've never said anything. I like Elisa's show. I support what she's doing on an artistic level.
I don't think any of us support Elisa's show either that are coming and attacking Robin. I think the people who are attacking Robin are just people who are upset with her shit.
Huh.
But
could you give us an example of something that Robin's done that's made you like, hey, you know what? Fuck this.
If I did, I'd be getting phone calls and I'd be saying, you fucking asshole, you got to stop opening your mouth all the time.
Could
so
you give
I can't.
a rhetorical, like maybe just give a story that didn't necessarily happen but is comparable? So like, give me a comparable story that didn't happen, but get what I'm saying at all?
Yeah. No, I can't do it, dude. Because I'll talk into real life.
Well, that's why I got no problem with Robin, though. You know what I mean?
No, I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
So I can't say anything bad about Robin. I mean, she's never done anything shitty to me. If someone
she will though soon. Like I guarantee you, it's just time. She hadn't done anything shitty to me, and then it just happened. So. I mean, for me, she distributed my girlfriend's naked pictures to everybody, including to Lisa, who then sent it to hundreds of people.
Well, how does she? Why does she have photos? Wait a minute. Why does she have photos of your
because
girlfriend?
one other guy got them, and then he was banned in your chat, and that was hilarious. But one other guy got them.
Why do other men have photos of your girlfriend?
Before I was dating, they got them. I mean,
it happens.
One guy, and then he distributed them to everybody to troll her. So.
Guess what? That's a fucked up move.
No, it happens. But the point is, Robin there were chats where people were like, "Oh, I haven't seen them," and then Robin would be like, "Oh, here, I'll send them to you." So I mean,
not to be a dick, but can I get a link to those?
I'm sure if you ask Robin, she'll send them your way. I don't actually have them.
Just out of research purposes, not.
I'm telling you, they're out there. I mean, just ask Fake Cancer Chris. He'll send them your way.
Well, if that happened, I mean, I can't say if that happened or not. I don't know the entire story. I could take.
I can show you videos where everybody admits to what happened. I mean, Robin will fully admit what happened.
We got some responses here. Some people are saying they've heard you. They've heard you call Janelle a fat several times, and also they're saying you're a master manipulator and don't fall for your bullshit.
That's fat shaming. You said you didn't.
I have called her fat, but I've stopped.
So you do fat shame.
Yeah,
you told us you didn't. Fat
you're right. Okay, you're right. I fat shame. Okay, you're right.
Trigger warning, people. Fat shaming. Watch out. Just letting everyone know
this is a safe space.
This is a safe place.
Why is Danny from LA allowed in your chat all the time, by the way?
I don't know.
Because Danny's another weirdo who spends a lot of time on this thing. I don't know why. I don't spend that much time on this.
I just come to see what goes on in the chat, and I just saw I was being mentioned, so that's the only reason I called in. Anyways.
Yeah, because Tortellini, we thought we get a guy named Tortellini. Who do we think? Who would we associate a chatter fucking with people named Tortellini?
I got you, but I'm out of the chat. I'm out of the chat permanently, so don't worry about me.
Well, I think you were very level-headed and cool, so welcome back. I got no problem with you, dude. Who cares?
Not very interesting, but thank you.
Yeah, level-headed, honest.
It's about as much as you can say.
But thank you for your call, man. That was cool that you called in and fucking clarified a lot of things that we were wrong about. So.
Jimmy definitely did ask for a show, though. That was not made up. He asked me for a show, and then we all kind of
talk shit about us the day after.
Yeah. But he was like, I'm going to fucking buy a trademark of Podtrash, and like saying all the shit that wasn't even true.
Well, he was probably just busting balls, but still, it was uninterpretable. Like, it sounded real. So
I'm sure he definitely has. I've seen his face. He has Asperger's too. He would have fit in right.
Yeah,
here. He would have fit in here, and he made the wrong decision and went a different path. And good luck with that.
Aren't there such things as second chances?
I guess.
I think there are. I don't think he sounded like necessarily a bad dude. He kept the conversation flowing.
The other thing is, fucking with the thing with Janella, you weren't here for that. You missed that. She flipped out on me.
Yeah.
On me. That like I was the one person who would talk to her, and she would have, all the shit going on, people attacking her. Janella's dead dog. Janella's this and that coming into the chat room. So I shut down the chat room like to just put an end to all that bullshit. And she described it as disgusting behavior. Like, who does that? Who does that? And then magically, a couple of weeks later...
Hold on. I was there because remember I said, calm down. What about Booney and Chuck Steak's dead father? Shows up in the chat room. I don't give a shit. And then all of a sudden, Booney... There was a chat user called Booney and Chuck's dead father. And he was chatting. And it wasn't a problem.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, though. Well, she came into the chat room and was like flinging personal insults at Robin. Like the same type of shit that was happening to her. She was doing it to Robin. And I was like, all I said was I pointed out the fact that it's kind of hypocritical that you went through this whole thing and had a big meltdown and saying, these people are disgusting. Who does that? Who gets personal? And then she did the same thing. So I merely pointed that out, that maybe she's kind of guilty too, and it showed me another side of her that I hadn't seen before. Because usually she's cool. She hangs out at the site, calls into some of the shows, and there was no conflict. But then out of nowhere, she just turned into like this crazy person. And because I pointed that out, she started attacking me. Like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Do you know what happened to me the other day? I had some tragedy happen, and where were you? Like,
well, there's that. Yes, I remember. I do remember this. Because I scrolled back, I read everything. She was clearly irrational, clearly begging for attention.
I don't follow
Clearly
Twitter.
begging for sympathy. Okay, yeah. I remember that. And that was fucking... I thought that was a little weak.
And then to like compare tragedies with someone you don't even really know. I mean,
right.
You had at that moment I could have had shit going on and you wouldn't known about it. I actually did. And that's why it pissed me off, because having someone tell you, oh, my tragedy is more tragic than your tragedy. It's like, are you really going to use that as a arguing point?
And here's another thing.
Devalues the actual thing.
Well, we're talking about banning. Well, here's why we got to. Because I really am convinced, that Jimmy Linguini called in and was like, yeah, dude, actually, that's not me. And so if people are playing fucking games, you know what I mean? This chat room is fucking hilarious.
I want to meet the guy who plays a fake Jimmy Linguini.
I know, but it could be fucking Robin. It could be somebody pissed off at Jimmy Linguini who wants to make Jimmy Linguini look like a dickhead.
That person's more interesting to me than him. Sorry.
So the fake Jimmy Linguini Tortellini in chat is more interesting than the real Jimmy Linguini?
Fake Jimmy Linguini and fake Danny from LA. Those two guys, I've got my eye on you. I want
They're
you
good.
on the
You
show.
like that.
Yeah, those guys are okay.
They're okay. You fucking asshole.
Fake Danny's actually a pretty interesting guy. Like, I follow his life kind of a little bit. I
Kobe.
get messages from him and I was like, wait, is this, it's so convincing. It looks, he has his Twitter name like exactly as Danny's. It says like, Lakers, but there's like a number at the end, I think. And I never remember what Danny's exact Twitter was. And he's got a photo of Danny's big head. And I'm like, oh, that is Danny. I thought it was Danny for the whole time. Then I click on the profile and the description is, I'm a big fat rapist or something. I was like, oh, okay.
That's not Danny.
It's not Danny. But
you know what's funny, man? Every month I check my Twitter. And right now I'm at a perfect Twitter balance. So I don't want to check it. I got 99 followers and I got 99 tweets. And I don't want to fuck it up.
Do you have 99 followers? That's thanks to me tagging you. I gave you a little shrapnel.
Yeah, you gave me some shrapnel. Got some shrapnel, did ya?
You should have more than that, though.
Yeah, but I don't tweet.
Your avatar is a fucking weird emo kid with the fedora on.
Yeah, he's the neckbeard. Well, he doesn't have a neckbeard, but yeah, he's a My Little Pony lover.
Are you admitting that you're a troll? Is that what you're telling us?
I admit that my Twitter account's a troll account, but no, it's not a troll account. I don't use it to be a dick. It's just my picture is funny.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, all of these people were me? Would you find that funny if they were all me?
Oh, my God. Funny?
Golf Guy 69, the fake Danny, the fake Tortellini.
It would melt my brain, but you would be my hero forever. You'd be the king of the internet. That'd be the best thing ever. It would be the most... It would be the most fucking remarkable feat ever done on the internet. It'd be fucking beautiful.
Remember a few months ago we were talking about, like, we had the fucker right and the pussy guy on?
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, and we were talking, and like after that we were having a discussion, like, we need to fake something, It would be funny to get in the news or just like affect something and create a fake story or something, troll the internet a little bit. Remember that conversation?
I do. Of course I do.
So now what if that conversation led to all of this?
It'd be fascinating. It would be very weird that you didn't let me in on it. But if you did let me in on it, I would have regretted it because I would have spilt the beans.
Let's say hypothetically, if I did that.
That's the word I was looking for when I was asking that other dude, Jimmy fucking Linguini. Hypothetically. I was looking for that word. And I couldn't
you're like
find
rhetorical?
It.
Is it a rhetorical?
Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? I was looking for the word hypothetically, and I couldn't muster it up.
Okay, so hypothetically, if I were to do that, I wouldn't tell you because it adds to the effect.
Exactly. I would have shut it down. I would have.
So I'll just leave you with that, and then let the internet speculate.
I would if you would have told if you were to have told me. Hypothetically, I would have shut it down. I would have said, fuck this, dude. It's stupid. But if you had not told me, it would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, that would be pretty awesome if that was what happened. I'm not going to say whether it's the truth or not.
I have a story that's really embarrassing that I probably should tell.
Is it more embarrassing than falling down the stairs at 29 years old?
I don't think that's embarrassing at all because I've been there.
Really? What's the most amount of steps you fell down? Because I fell down a full fucking flight.
A flight.
I pulled a total Tony Soprano.
Like 22 stairs?
Where you breathe really heavily.
It was. What I did was I went down on my back. My fucking heels slid, and I just rode them down on my back like a sled, and it fucked up my back so bad. It was my whole back was covered in bruises.
So it was more of a sliding down the stairs than actually falling. I fell, dude. I tumbled.
Yeah, you tumbled. That's like fucking crazy. I've never tumbled downstairs. No,
I could have died. If I hit my head. I got so fucking lucky. Imagine falling down the stairs on edibles, right? At that point where you're astronomically high.
Yeah.
And then imagine going up a staircase and all of a sudden you feel it like creeping in, like your vision's going and you're about to faint. And I'm like, no, I gotta get to the top of the stairs, like so desperate to get to the stairs so I don't fall. And then, bam, you just next thing you're feeling is you're hitting the impact of you just fucking falling.
I have to say, you are the hardest hit person on edibles on the planet, because I don't think on edibles I would go, well, maybe I would. I don't know. If I was tired, exhausted, and on edibles, and it was the middle of the night, and I was fucked up and Aspergering the fuck out on edibles, yeah, I might fall down some stairs, actually. I take that back.
Well, see, the issue was not just the weed, it was the fact that it created a panic attack. That's what it was. It wasn't the weed, but I was high, having a panic attack, and I couldn't breathe, so I was probably hyperventilating, and I made myself fucking faint. Then I fell, and like I'm saying, imagine being high. You fall down the stairs, the impact, it scared the shit out of me. I fucking got up after I fell, and I was like, oh my God, like checking my head. I thought I thought I was dead. I thought that was me dying. Falling down the stairs was me dying, and there was gonna be an ambulance that found me on the floor.
That's terrifying. I mean, when you texted that to me, I was like, dude, I don't even know if you want to talk about that. That's kind of a fucking, that's kind of a fucking pretty brutal situation.
Then I got up and I fucking went up the stairs, and it was still happening. Like my vision was pulsing yellow, and my heart was going so fast that I just went into my bed, laid there, and it was just like these cycles of the high kicking in really hard. Like I would be really high for 2 minutes. Then I'd go away, I'd calm down, and then bam, it would kick back in again. It was like this fucking giant wheel of destruction and hate.
You don't weigh a lot. And Crazy Willie brings up in chat that edibles are body weight dependent. So a beer, a tall 25-ounce bud for you, you'd feel it. Joey needs 5.
They're so much stronger, and I recommend...
And you don't smoke.
Even if you're hardcore, don't fucking take that much. Yeah. Don't risk it.
I've been smoking all night. I've been hitting the same joint all night. So now it's a little roach. But
I'm telling
okay.
you, the shit that was in this is some of the most potent weed. You can tell. The minute I opened it and the fucking smell bursted out, hit me in the face, I was like, holy shit. I did not expect that. I thought it may smell a little bit like weed and taste a little bit like it, but I thought it was mostly mask. That was the whole purpose of edibles.
No, they taste good.
But they taste like you're eating weed.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's almost like a spearmint taste, like weed.
It's a very herbal flavor.
Yeah.
And marijuana is a really beautiful thing. What's marijuana's closest cousin, or its closest genetic relative, is the hop plant. The same hops that are used in beer.
Hops.
Hop plant.
Hot dog.
Hop dog. But yeah, so that's an interesting thing too. And now one distinctive factor, one really important note to take on this is that just like hops have different varieties of scents, flavors. Hops smell beautiful. Bitternesses, all different varieties of hops. There's also different varieties of weed that are very herbal, very aromatic. It's so amazing. Actually, you can crossbreed the two plants. You can.
Some things from chat. Hope Wash's new apartment is on the ground floor. Just bought Wash a Life Alert subscription on Amazon.
Stairmaster? We need donations so we can get Wush a fucking motorized Stairmaster.
You can trust that I did not tell this story because I'm proud of it. I am fucking embarrassed that it happened.
Yeah.
But I had to say it. That's what happened. I can't handle my weed, I guess. Or I just get so fucking high and nobody else does. I don't know.
So, do you want to hear my embarrassing shit?
I think some people dream to feel what I felt, and I hate that feeling.
You know what? I just got out of my embarrassing story, so why am I fucking bitching?
You fell down the stairs. You fell down the stairs too.
I fell
recently,
down the stairs.
Didn't you? Didn't you fall down the stairs recently?
The stairs did 9/11. Hey, did you hear that 7-Eleven?
You think you heard the whole story?
Dude, 7-Eleven
I was a
was
Navy frog, man. I was a frog. I was a
7-Eleven was a
frog.
part-time job.
I was a literal frog. They wouldn't let me near the Eiffel Tower. Where was he trying to get to?
Who knows?
He like rented a private boat, and he was the island off of Montauk. He was trying to get to that weird like island where they do experiments on animals and shit. Remember that? He rented a private boat.
Oh yes, I watched
the Coast
that stupid
Guard
fucking show.
Yeah, the
yes.
Coast Guard was like literally 20 miles away, and he tried to spin it into this confrontation like the Coast Guard was chasing him. They were doing their normal rounds, and he's like, see, they're already trying to stop me. You know, a pioneer trying to get to the truth. And the Coast Guard gave no fucks about him. He's like, it brought me back to my Navy frogman days when I had to, like, you know, he goes underwater. He was like on some mission where he had to swim underwater.
There's a beautiful video. I used to have the link. I don't think I have it right now, but it was a guy, right? Some paranoid shithead who goes to the FBI headquarters and is just filming. And like all these FBI agents are going to work and they stop and be like, everything okay? And he's like, yeah, just filming. We know. And like the FBI agents are going, all right, dude. And they just drive by and go to work. And he's like, you see? You fucking see? And so the next FBI agent comes and rolls down his window. Is everything okay? Why are you filming? He goes, yeah, just an American. And the FBI goes, all right, dude. And they just keep driving to work. This guy's like, see what I mean?
They all do that. They like try to create confrontation to get, like, there was one episode where he goes to Area 51 and he goes to like the gate and he's like, they gotta be hiding something in there. See the snipers? Like the guys who are supposed to be there. They're looking right at us. I bet he's got my head in the barrel of his scope right now.
What could they possibly be hiding? Oh, let me guess. Really sensitive military secrets about the United States, you know, technological armament. That's what they're hiding. Oh, I don't want to watch this fucking idiot.
You think you know the whole story?
It's just the intro.
Think again. I've been governor, a Navy SEAL.
Oh, really? Were you really a Navy SEAL,
Interior
Jesse?
decorator, original bass player for the Moody Blues, inventor of the windshield wiper.
What is that? You hear that?
Somebody did a viral video.
Oh, the dubbed version.
Werewolf.
Dragon hunter.
This guy sucks. And his video got shit on YouTube.
Use that balance fader, you idiot.
Oh.
On the left.
His video got shit on YouTube. Shit on. But anyway, I love the fact that Jesse has to reassure us he was a Navy SEAL. Really, Jesse? We've never heard that. Were you really a frog man?
I
really
don't think he ever was like in any combat or anything.
I don't think so.
They probably had some weird, like, you know, test or something where they threw him in the water with like flippers on, and he swam like 2 feet, and then they're like, "Yeah, you're a Navy SEAL." They got rid of him and just gave him some fucking medal. Probably.
I think he went on a combat mission. I don't remember. Chuck Steak, you're on the air.
You're laughing all over the place, Booney, but you did not explain what you saw at my house at Thanksgiving.
What did I tell you?
He said you were a liar.
I didn't say you were a liar.
He
I said that.
placated
you.
you.
I go, you know what, Chuck? I go, I don't know. And neither
Tell
do
him
you.
what you saw.
I saw a very odd grid of condensation trails dispersing.
How far did they disperse?
They stopped dispersing at certain altitudes. Okay, so they're taking off from Logan Airport.
They were 3 miles wide.
If you change 1 foot in altitude, the condensation trail will stop happening.
cut the shit, dude. He totally agreed, and you were like, hey, I don't see this kind of shit
I didn't
going on
fucking
over my
agree,
head.
dude. I don't
Yes,
see
you
that
did.
shit where I live. I don't see that shit where I live. What I told you is I don't know.
Wait a minute, Chuck. Why is it always the chemtrails, though? Is there any other thing that's pertinent that we should be worried about?
No, and I've got a million things he should be fucking worried about, and he's spending all his time on chemtrails.
Please
Yeah, because,
come up with
you know
something
what?
else.
I don't, I don't believe in UFOs because I haven't fucking seen one.
Neither do I.
Oh, bullshit. You've seen them.
I've seen
So you
one.
claim.
And it was probably a military project. I don't know what the fuck it
No,
was. That's what I
no, it
said. I
was
said,
an
I don't
alien
know, dickhead.
spacecraft.
No, Chuck, I'm okay with saying I don't know. You're not.
I see this, and
You subscribe to, have you talked to somebody with a PhD about it?
I don't have access for that, but
Exactly.
I have two fucking eyeballs.
How do you come to a conclusion, though?
Because it defies the laws of physics.
No, you don't know
that.
the laws of physics.
Yes, I do. When it comes to that, the
You
laws
you
of
have
physics
a fucking
out the
doctorate
window.
in atmospheric, conditions of phenomenons. You don't know.
Yeah, keep defending what you know is wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you shouldn't say you know. I don't fucking
do know.
Maybe they are spraying something, but I don't
You
fucking
think
know that.
you know the whole story?
That's all
Do
I'm
you know
saying.
that? Do you know that commercial flights do not fly in a circular pattern?
Sometimes flights are diverted.
Oh, all right. At the same
Yeah,
time,
that's-
they're
So
spraying.
those are the warning signs that the trails are in a grid pattern and they stay for longer than a certain period of time.
And they spread out to a point of like 3 miles and just stay there.
Chuck, I'm literally pissed off at you.
I don't give a fuck.
Over this thing.
Well, hey, then you shouldn't have agreed with me at
I didn't
Thanksgiving.
fucking agree with you, you dick. Be honest.
you
I
did.
said I don't know. I don't know. Neither do you, you dumbass.
I'm just desperate
do
for
know.
a different
You
conspiracy.
don't fucking know.
Mhm.
You're not educated at all on the subject. Scientific.
No, I am educated on this.
By
on this
professionals
subject.
or YouTube?
The only place to go is the
YouTube.
internet to educate yourself. on
Oh,
the subject.
fuck off. I've seen so much
Oh,
horse shit
yeah.
on-
All right. I'm going to walk into MIT and say, I demand a lesson on chemtrails.
Maybe you fucking should. Maybe some professor would take pity on you.
Professors have already addressed this issue, and they do claim that is a completely defies the laws of physics. That a contrail would stay.
You're not even
in
talking
place.
about physics. You're talking about atmospheric.
That's physics. Physics applies to everything. Don't agree
No,
with
you're
me.
really
and then-
making
and then
yourself
take it
look
back.
bad here, man. And that's why I'm pissed.
No, you're making yourself look bad.
You really are. And you're so fucking smart. And it makes me crazy that this is the horse shit you want to fucking subscribe to.
Smart.
Hey, I have 2 eyes.
You're
And I can see what
Isn't there one other thing
Not
you
like
can
what
bring up?
everybody says. He's
Please.
smart and he can do things.
Rattle through your brain and tell me one other conspiracy other than chemtrails, because we've heard this so many times. What else is there?
Yeah, well, I heard you guys bring it up earlier in the show, and I couldn't call in. But, I find it funny that, Boone can totally discount it when he saw it happening and agreed with it at Thanksgiving.
Explained. Did I not
told
explain?
you. I
Did
told you what was going to happen, that he was going to get on the air on this show and be like, yeah, I just told him that because he keeps
Okay.
talking about it.
Okay. Whoosh, give me a minute. Can I reiterate? Did I not explain accurately exactly what happened? There was an odd grid of condensation trails over your home, and I said, wow, I don't see that at my house. Never see that. So now I understand why you're such a psycho about it. But what I fucking realized on the way home the next day was that Logan Airport would interfere or cross-section in your area and not mine. It's about flight paths from Miami to Boston. Some places see a lot of condensation trails. Some places don't. Flight paths are concrete. They don't change.
I love how you subscribe to every conspiracy theory, but
No, but I consider
discount
them.
this one.
I don't discount them, and I do not subscribe. I'm a skeptic, but I take that information in because it might be real. It might be true, but I can't make a definitive opinion on it without being educated. on the topic.
Yeah, but you saw how far spread every one of those contrails were?
It was odd. It
About
was
4 or
odd.
5 miles wide?
It didn't look right. It looked really strange. And so I said, well, you know what, Chuck Steak? I don't know. That was my final conclusion. For you to say I fucking have ever considered chemtrails to be a definitive reality is slander. It's libelous.
No, you agreed. You agreed that what you saw was highly disturbing.
I didn't. I wasn't. It was upsetting. It was interesting. It was odd, and I was confused by it. But I didn't say the government is spewing chaff and Barry Manilowium.
Well, they are.
Very, very good. Thank you for your call.
Fuck these stupid chemtrails already. Give me something else. Come on, the JFK, 9/11.
Exactly.
So many other things.
Wait a second, you stupid fuck. You're watching the skies. Look, there's another chemtrail. Meanwhile, we're fucking funding ISIS.
I'll be scared.
Turkey is taking ISIS oil over its border and profiting on it. Saudi Arabia has connections to the 9/11 attacks that were redacted from the 9/11 Commission report.
Oh.
Okay? We got real shit going on. And for you to be fucking spouting off about chemtrails,
I know, because
it is very divisive. It detracts from real issues.
Who would care about a government systematically poisoning its own population? I mean, that's like nothing.
It's tinfoil hat.
They've been poisoning us
faggotry.
every fucking day. The McDonald's and Burger King and all the shit they put in that. You think they really need to bother with chemtrails?
Okay, I can see that you guys don't consider this an issue.
No, we consider you retarded.
Okay, all right.
Well, for saying, listen, not for saying that it might be, Chuck, if you were to say, chemtrails might be a thing. There might be a chemical dispersant.
They are a fucking thing.
Well, we're clear about that. You're definitely saying they are a thing. But if you were to say, but I don't know, I'm not a scientist, and I haven't sampled it. I haven't done the science. I've only watched wacko fucking videos.
I've already given you the fucking elements that are being sprayed. You don't think...
Shaft
damn it.
Barry Manilowium.
All right. You know what? Maybe my comments are wasted.
They are.
On you.
I'm not, but you shouldn't say something is definitive. Something with that much magnitude.
Right.
Because you don't fucking know, dude. It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible.
Right. Okay.
Do you get my point?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, thanks. You're saving the fucking world. You're saving the world one shaft at a time.
I think you should move to Australia, Chuck. 92.
Yeah, I will. I'll
92% white Australia is. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm going to go there right now. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
See how pissed he gets when someone fucking combats his ideology or his rhetoric?
It's because someone who...
But I don't get pissed when you fucking combat mine or disagree with mine. You're very defensive on this, and it's unhealthy.
Because you've already fucking seen it, and then you're like, oh, shit, yeah, that is fucked up.
I said that's
And then when you go on the air, and you're like, oh, I never said that. No.
What are you talking about? I gave an entirely accurate description of the events. It gave a lot of credence to your argument.
Well, shit, you totally fucking ducked anything that you saw.
What question?
You know what you saw.
What question do you have of me where I could be more honest? How could you?
You know what? I'm tired of it.
Well, ask me. How can I help be more? How can I be more honest about the situation? Ask me something that maybe I misspoke. Maybe I wasn't being honest. So tell me where I was dishonest.
It doesn't matter, because anything that I believe in or know for a fact.
No, that's not true. It's only
going to be a contrarian asshole, like it's always been. So it doesn't matter.
That's bullshit. I don't shit on every weird thing you believe at all. Some of the shit we're dead on about, and maybe I've been a little dishonest on air. I've had conversations with you before where I was like, wow, I was really questioning a lot of my beliefs. Okay, so that's bullshit, dude. That's a fucking cop out. The only thing you're passionate
I don't
about.
think that's true either.
No, stop it. Stop. You're obsessive on this stupid fucking chemtrail shit, and we don't know. It's a really big fucking thing to say. It's holds a lot of weight. You're accusing the government of poisoning people via fucking commercial or black airline.
No, not commercial.
Right, right, like the military aircraft. So you can't just fucking say that without a solid argument.
Well,
Listen. Edward Snowden has given you everything you ever fucking wanted as far as conspiracy. He's leaked more shit, more disturbing shit than you ever fucking know. Why wasn't that in any of the papers? There's been a lot of government leaks. They're too stupid.
It's not an NSA program.
The government is too incompetent and too stupid to cover up such a massive conspiracy, and that's what you don't get. You're so fucking defensive on this thing, and it's because of some type of weird COINTELPRO mind control on the internet, where they're convincing people that these chemtrails are fucking real, diverting their attention to reality.
Well, I'm not
What's
gonna stop
really
bringing
going
them up.
on, and it makes me upset.
Well, first of all, you don't know because you've done zero fucking research into it.
Sounds like I've done a lot, right? By the way I talk, doesn't it?
No, you've done none.
Okay.
The only research you would ever do into something that I said was to try to debunk what I said.
You wear a tinfoil
That's what I'm
suit.
looking for.
You wear a You wear a three-piece tinfoil suit.
At this point, I hope the
tinfoil
chemtrails
fedora.
are real. At this point, I hope the chemtrails are real, and they gas you
can't talk to him.
both.
Wush, didn't I
Fuck
tell
these
you
goddamn
that, like,
chemtrails.
we don't talk about any of this shit unless you guys are on the air? This is why.
We'll scream at each other. We'll kill each other.
I fucking hate chemtrails now. I don't care what they are.
It's faggotry.
I hope
to
it kills
even
me.
suggest that it's a thing.
My point on it is whether I believe it or not is not for discussion. It's the fact that if it is real, there's nothing you can fucking do about it. So why stress yourself over
Yeah,
it?
exactly. That too. I don't even fucking get into conspiracies anymore.
Why is there nothing you can do about it?
I told you, remember we discussed this on that show? I said, what are you going to do? Unless you go to that airport and sabotage the mission or...
Yeah, the CIA goes, oh shit, Chuck Steak knows about it. Let's shut it down.
Right.
Chuck Steak figured us out.
Just accept the fact that we're under their control. We're slaves, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you want to revolt.
It's a good country, too.
All right, fine.
We're
accept
cuckolded by the government, and you should be,
All right.
too.
All right, I accept that reality, and but from here on out,
I disregard your reality and substitute my own.
I don't want to hear any more fucking lame bullshit fucking conspiracies from you or Booney, because the government owns us anyway. So you guys have no right to implicate the government in any conspiracy at all.
Why not?
Because you fucking completely dismiss one that is clearly, you can see with your own fucking eyes and visible, and Booney rejects just because he's a contrarian dick.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to believe in every conspiracy and be a theorist on it. You can believe in one and not the other.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, like you said. I mean, why bother? I mean, why even try to fight it? I mean...
Yeah, but I think
no sense in talking about it.
The
right?
real issue is that's you bring that up every time. It's like you definitely have others.
It's an ongoing issue that you can see with your own eyes.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. There's nothing you can do. So after the point of bringing it up, what the fuck do we do other than we talked about it, said okay, maybe this is that, maybe that is this. Then what? Like
I think if enough people just put on a gas mask and just started walking around that, Hanscom Air Force Base, it would garner enough attention to bring it in, because it hasn't been addressed in the media ever.
So you're using this as a vehicle to get the word out. I think you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, you belong at InfoWars.
Well, then I will go there.
And you love InfoWars. I know you like Alex Jones. I do, too.
That's definitely where you should be calling in, Chuck, and you should be promoting Podtrash while you do it.
But Chuck,
I've never called into Alex Jones. I find him just fucking pitiful. But
Alex Jones is a CIA shill. I've got the documents.
I think he is kind of a shill.
He's a CIA shill. He's trying to make idiots like you believe in fucking chemtrails.
Like me.
He's trying to make idiots like you believe in chemtrails.
Right.
He would love
the same
Chuck.
person who believed in them when he saw them.
No, I didn't. You're lying. You're being dishonest.
No,
dude.
I'm not lying, asshole. You saw them. You said, "Hey, that actually is very disturbing." Quote.
Wush, did I give him an opportunity to say how I was being dishonest and he refused?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But I told him this was going to happen. I don't know why he's surprised. Well, he brought this up to me, and he's like, yeah, Booney saw it, and he was like, totally agree.
Well,
and
I
was
mean,
like,
fucking don't talk about it then. I heard you guys talking about it.
But you were the asshole who fucking brought it up, and I was like, oh, well, you know what? Chuck Steak's full of shit on this one, and here's what happened.
I was at work when you guys brought it up.
no, I brought it up because I said Chuck told me when we did the show together that Booney saw it and believed in it, and I even prefaced it by saying, listen, Booney probably just said that, to placate you.
Hey, I went to your gas station today, and you were at the bank.
When? Oh, all right. It must have been really early.
Yeah, it was early. It was when I was getting out of work. I swung in there to get a pack of smokes because I didn't have any tubes.
You know what, Booney, I mean, you know what you saw that night, and you know that it was wrong. And
it looked odd. It looked odd.
Yeah, that is very
I can explain.
You know what looked odd about it?
Wait. I can explain.
Okay.
Chuck feels that you guys kind of connected on that, and now that you're refusing it, he's upset.
He was psyched. He was psyched that I was like, oh, it looks a little weird.
That's
I gave him yes, he knows now. He knows the truth.
Now you're throwing him under the bus, and he's like, why is he doing that?
No, it's just a listen. What was odd about it was they started off there was like a grid, it was a very odd looking grid.
Well,
and then,
all right, hold on. You know what? Before Booney continues was bullshit, I guarantee that if he came up with the chemtrail thing before I did, he would be full bore on it.
No,
yes, he would. It's the fact that I just pointed it out. He has to be the contrarian.
But I was big into UFOs, but I never said they were real.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't say they were aliens. I never made a definitive explanation on all of these weird phenomena.
Yeah, it's easy to backpedal now, but you told me definitively that you saw a UFO flying.
I did. I saw an unidentified object. It was probably a government test or something. It was cool. It was very beautiful. And the woman behind me saw it too, and we both pulled over. And she brought out her camera. And
That's
I said,
good. So you do have two eyes.
What do you mean? Yeah, I saw something. I didn't tell you.
The term UFO has been attributed to aliens, but that's not what it means. It just means it's an unidentified object, and no one knows what it is.
On it. It looked like, picture of the bottom of a beer bottle, right? Cut the bottom of a beer bottle off. Shut up, asshole. I was coming home from work. I was dead sober. Cut the bottom of a beer bottle off and shine a flashlight through it. It was like this brown light with a ring of lights that was stationary and then fucking zapped across the sky so fast. But it looked like it was way up there, too. It wasn't like low altitude. It looked like it was way up there. I pulled over, and the woman behind me pulled over in front of me and took out her camera. She goes, did you see that? I said, yeah, I saw that. It was like a brown light, like ring. And she goes, I gave her my email. And I said, if it comes back and you get footage of it, send it to me. She goes, I will. And then she never emailed me. But it could have been a satellite launch or something that.
She probably gave that email to the police.
I don't know.
I would have.
I don't know what it was.
She was like, yeah, I totally saw it too. And then she fucking sped off and gave that email to the police.
So what are the police going to do with the email? He saw a UFO.
Because you saw it. You saw the real thing. Like, to her, she thought you were crazy. But then they're going to hear the email. He's like, yep, this guy saw it too. It's another one. We got another one, boys. And
we also have an Air Force base in Massachusetts, Otis Air Force, who've flown experimental aircraft from the East Coast. I don't know what the fuck it was. It could have been an Army satellite launch or a Navy satellite launch. Who the fuck knows? We don't know how this shit works. They're not going to tell us. The SR-71 Blackbird was reported as a UFO over 1,000 times. after it started flying missions. And that was during the 80s. We just found out about the SR-71 in, like, you know, the 90s. A decade later.
I've told you exactly what is going on, what is being sprayed, that they're not commercial
not
flights.
again. No.
And I've said it over and over again, and yet you just, you know, because it's coming from me, it has to be bullshit.
It's not coming from you. There's a ton of idiots who've tried to fucking poison my
Right,
brain.
yeah, a lot of idiots. Right.
It's stupid, dude. And I'm not going to come to terms with it with you. I'm really pissed at you about it.
Okay. So next time you see a fucking 5-mile wide complete cloud cover contrail coming from a military jet, you'd be like, that's interesting, but not convincing enough for me.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, well, I do, and I've explained it several times, yet you've seen it, and you're like,
I'm gonna fucking shut you. I'm gonna research the fuck out of this and shut you up once and for all.
You'll never research a goddamn thing of it because I've already done that.
Thank you for your
you're
call.
Try to find some fucking contrarian bullshit.
Hang up on this fucker. Sick of his shit. Stupid fucking chemtrails.
Yeah, yep.
Hang up on him, Wush.
Something that's finally real that you can actually look at. And
Get off my show.
All right, I'm leaving.
Get out of here.
Fuck you.
Everyone's going to be pissed at me if you go.
Go spray some vinegar.
So now everyone's going to be pissed at me now. Chuck's gone. I can't stand it. It's really divisive for me and him. It's like ruined our relationship. Stupid fucking chemtrails.
He's always on that. It's like I said, it's either that or giving away free cable. He's like obsessed with those two
Swear to
topics.
God, the fucking internet has poisoned his head into thinking chemtrails are real.
I've never spent that much time
real.
on one fucking conspiracy theory. He's like all his time into that. I mean, there's so many others more interesting.
Maybe they're real.
Gives a shit.
Right. Like, calm the fuck down.
Is it affecting his life right now? Other than him spending so much time thinking about it, is it actually affecting his life to where he walks around and goes, "Oh, these chemtrails, like, I feel like I can't breathe as
like,
good."
You know what? Let's just spray this guy to kill him.
Yeah.
We like he just shut him up. Now they're flying planes over his house and actually spraying him just to get rid of him.
Chuck's own rib cage is attempting to kill him. He should be worrying about that. You hear that? He has a bent rib cage and it like pierces his heart. His own body's trying to kill him.
That's not true. I don't know that that's true.
Yes, it is.
I don't know that for a fact.
He has a concave rib cage, he said, and that it presses on his heart, and that's why he has high blood pressure.
I don't. Maybe he diagnoses himself with that. This is the first I've heard of it, so.
Well, you said he went to the doctor. You didn't listen to the show. We talked about all this. He went to the doctor, and the doctor diagnosed him with a concave rib cage.
Oh, well, I was playing Fallout 3 at the time I listened to the show, so I don't retain too much of the information.
I thought you were going to say you were playing Fallout 3 while he was getting diagnosed or something.
No, that's not true. He's been hospitalized over what I feel has been anxiety.
Yeah, I'm sure those chemtrails help that.
See, I don't want to shit on Chuck right now. I think I need to talk to him on a personal level.
I just told you what happened. He connected. It was like brother connection. Like we both saw the chemtrails, and he was so excited and elated.
I know, but that's not true. I didn't fucking subscribe to it. I said, wow, that looks odd. And it did whoosh. It was really weird looking, I got to admit. But he has to understand that he's at a central hub in the area of Massachusetts that he's in, where flights from Miami to Logan Airport or whatever, you know, the South, Atlanta, Georgia, like all these flights do kind of intersect over his geographical location. So he might not understand how that flight paths are concrete. There are flights that happen consistently since the introduction of passenger flight.
There's also more planes in the fucking sky than ever before.
So if you're in a hotbed of plane activity, you're going to see weird atmospheric phenomena depending on the temperatures and the altitudes that constitute something that looks odd. It doesn't mean it's deceptive. It doesn't mean it's a government point. How do you make that assumption? You know, shouldn't you have a PhD to definitively say that this is what's happening?
It goes further than that, though. After that, then he says they're going to put us all in FEMA camps.
Yes. Free my camps.
Free my camps. I've got the documents.
Exactly.
The documents. The documents.
And even if it's true, why worry about it?
You know, fucking Alex Jones would love Chuck. He would introduce him, like the call screener would talk to Chuck and get an idea of what he wants to talk about. So then the word would get back to, I just already forgot his name, Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And then Alex Jones would introduce him. He'd be like, yeah, this guy's, he knows what he's talking about. He's got the truth.
But here's my thing. Like, I'm very, like, very much a realist, right? So I imagine people, American-born men and women going into agencies like the alphabet agencies, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA. And I guarantee you, they're all American-born. They have our best interest in mind. Yeah, they fuck up constantly. I understand
not all of them.
But wait a second. These people aren't malicious in nature. I don't think. I mean, how do you get together a group of psychopaths that are that intelligent to destroy why would they be destroying our nation? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. So that is why precisely I cannot subscribe to these conspiracy theories. A lot of them I can. And there are rich business interests that fuck us over as Americans. But there are not evil Illuminati Satanists, I don't think. I think that is a corporate greed in the military industrial complex.
You don't think there's just a simple fact that people with mental illness can be rich?
No, but many people with mental illness are rich. Many CEOs are psychopaths.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. There's definitely people who don't have our best interest in mind and don't even know what interest they have in mind. They just flail around and make weird decisions with their money, and it affects the rest of us.
Well, I agree. And while people are sitting there jerking off, looking at the sky for chemtrails, there's people like the Rothschilds family, the Bilderbergs, and all these, the Bilderberg group, all these people, which is real. These are real, tangible things. There's plenty of evidence supporting it. That are dictating the narrative of the future, economically, politically, culturally. We've seen this big resurgence of cultural Marxism, which is being veiled as a social justice warrior movement. Where is this coming from? So interesting that this happens every 10 years or so. Cultural Marxism is on the rise. There are people who are out there pulling some serious fucking strings. And if dickheads like Chuck Steak want to keep looking at chemtrails, they're never going to see it. Maybe chemtrails are just steam. Like they're just blowing, they are spraying shit, but it's not harmful. They're just spraying shit to fucking make people crazy.
Well, actually, the real conspiracy about chemtrails is not what Chuck's saying, where they're poisoning people. They said that chemtrails is them testing out weather modification. That's what they're trying to do. It has nothing to do with poisoning shit. It's about seeing if they can manipulate the weather, which would actually, it sounds like, grandiose, evil conspiracy, but actually, if you could control the weather, it would be a pretty fucking useful thing, especially in areas where they don't get any rain.
Wait a second.
They can't grow crops.
You're saying if? You're saying if? Do you remember the Beijing Olympics?
If what? At what part are you saying?
You're saying if people could control the weather.
Right.
There's no if. Cloud seeding is a thing. And during the Beijing Olympics, they had so much pollution and fucking smog in China that the Chinese government seeded the clouds, created torrential downpours for months, and cleared the air for the fucking Olympics. It's not if. They got the technology.
Of course they do, yeah. That's what I'm
Cloud
saying.
seeding is a thing.
It's more likely that it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
It would make sense because that would be a way to help people by using those fucking planes to change the conditions of the weather. And maybe sometimes they fucked up and that's why we have these crazy disasters. That's the other conspiracy. Fucking HAARP caused the levee to break in New Orleans. And
how many A's can you add to HAARP to make it a conspiracy? I think if you add 5 more A's to the HAARP program.
Here's another conspiracy apparently in the chat room. Tortellini, who refuses to call in, but has no problem repeating the same thing over and over.
Wait, is Janella banned? Tell me the truth.
I didn't ban her. Her account was deleted for sure.
So she went about that herself.
We got rid of all the people a couple of weeks ago. I said I was getting rid of everybody who was. You were the one with like, let's make it invite only. So.
Okay, so Janela was banned.
Not banned, just deleted.
Okay.
There's a difference.
All right.
Because now you can make your own account here.
But you were somewhat dishonest on that response.
No, because you're not banned if I deleted the account. The chat is open. Anybody can make an account. So she could have easily came back. So if anything, it's probably her. But this person's claiming that we banned chicks who are fat.
No, we love big girls. Here, I wish.
Booney is the biggest fucking slobbering over the BBWs.
This show is the most big girl friendly fucking show on the planet. How could anyone ever make that accusation?
Yeah, I mean, we were watching Chatterbait, and the first woman we picked was this big fucking BBW.
And I don't even use the term fat.
No, we never have.
Never. Big girl, or good girl, or BBW.
Yeah.
Or thick.
Like I said, if you want to call in, and you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just like, I don't know. That's the best I can do. I'll bring up your little comments, and then that's it. But
well, Wush, the ultimate thing that we're doing here is it's very poignant that they lose all credibility when we're like, you have a platform, you have a soapbox, we're right here, and they're like, no, I don't want to call. And then
I won't
when
call
you're
you your fucking dumb show, but I'll sit in the chat room for 2 hours and write about your show.
Then
while
when you
listening.
back down, it becomes embarrassing for that person. So we should stop banning, start addressing, putting it right out there. You want your soapbox? Get on with Wush and Boon right now.
Well, that's the dilemma. A lot of them hide behind the safety of anonymous accounts, and they know if they call in, it kind of breaks that illusion. Then the consequences come to light, because right now there's no consequences.
Yeah, but we're not going to dox anybody or fucking
No, the consequences doesn't mean us doing anything. It just simply means putting them on the show and interacting with us is the consequence.
It's not going to go good.
Yeah, it's not going to go well. So you're welcome to call in, anybody.
Well, it's a very simple thing. We stick to ourselves. We just kind of hang out here, have a good time, and we have these people who are really infatuated, almost obsessed, which is not a bad thing. But at the same time, they're not obsessed in like a positive way. They're like really upset about something, and it's like, okay, well, come talk to us. And like, no.
You're doing something wrong if you don't have those people, though.
Yeah, you are.
I would say.
Yeah.
Got to be affecting
it's threatening.
someone.
It's threatening to these pay-to-play podcast hosts. You know what I mean? So these people are like, fucking, hey, man, their business model here is really detrimental to what we're doing. They're saying that you can have a really good sounding quality show with great content for free. And they'll give you they'll work with you. They'll give you a logo. They'll give you a write-up. They'll fucking produce your show for you for nothing. And they'll make it sound great. That does not work for these people who are making money scamming people.
Yeah, they give them basically an automated telephone system where they call in from a phone.
Right, it
sounds like fucking 1800s phones.
It's like using a telegraph to do radio.
Sounds like ham radio.
Yeah, it's ham-handed.
And they're fucking robbing people blind. That Blog Talk Radio specifically, they charged I think it was like $50 for a show. Like, what? $50 for that horse shit? And it sounds like you're talking into a fucking paper cup with a string?
What? You think that like what these people are paying for is actual two paper cups with a string?
That is exactly what it sounded like. It might
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? I did, and it worked.
Oh yeah, that actually does work.
It works great. I had a relative. Fuck it. Oh my god.
Because the vibration goes through the cup and through the string.
I had a neighbor. She was a girl, but she was like a tomboy. I'd never even had a sexual attraction to her, but she was beautiful. But she grew up right next to me, and just because I had never had a sexual attraction to her because she was such like a dude, not a dude, but like she always would be playing with the guys and always acted like a guy. So nobody had a crush on her. You know what I mean? But she was beautiful. She turned out to be hot. But we had a fucking phone with the two plastic like keg cups and a string, a piece of twine. And it was like 40 feet from house to house. And we could talk on it perfectly, like a fucking telephone. Amazing.
Yeah, because your voice is just vibrations. Vibrations that are going through the cup and through the string, coming out the other cup. So you're just hearing, it doesn't sound clear. It sounds like a muffled vibration version of your voice.
Well, thank you for the clarification, Neil deGrasse fucking Tyson.
You brought it up. Fuck you.
I know, but you're trying to explain what it is. It's
well, you're like,
noise.
it's amazing that it works. I'm like, that's really what it is. It doesn't sound clear. It's like fucking muffled, but it does work.
No, if the string is loose, it doesn't work for shit. But if the string is tight, it sounds like a goddamn phone.
So what are you saying? Should I set up a fucking cup phone for this show? What are we doing?
I think that we could not. Our Skype problems would be gone.
You're right. That is the replacement for Skype. Two cups and a string.
But to run a piece of twine with that much tension from here to New York is going to be expensive.
I mean, at that point, if we're actually running the string from my house to yours, we might as well just sit in the same fucking room and not use Skype.
But we wouldn't need as much donations.
We wouldn't need to donate. I'm thinking it's absurd that we've been doing this for so long and we have not done it in the same room yet.
Maybe we should not be doing it on the internet. Maybe we should just buy a shitload of twine and cups.
Yeah, just like 1,000 cups and then string from the middle, and it just all the people who want to listen have to grab a cup.
Oh my god, dude! Jdummy says your vibrations on the string sound like Opie.
Does not.
I'm not Opie. How dare you?
Yeah, your fucking voice sounds like Opie, and some guy called me on the phone and was like, "Who's this guy on your show? And why does he sound like Opie? I fucking hate him."
Dude,
that wasn't a bad thing. I was just telling you what someone said.
I just got a Twitter because I opened up Twitter. It is confirmed John Booney will be a guest on Elisa's show, the Elisa Jordana show, or the Kermit and Friends.
Who confirmed that?
Elisa.
Oh, really? Definitely do it.
I'm doing it. Yeah, her next show.
Yeah, you're gonna be giving her validation by doing that, but all right.
Well, that's up to you. Actually, it's not.
How about
up to
Elisa?
You, but I'll hear you out.
How about Elisa is on our show?
Yeah, that's a better idea. Actually,
because the difference is, her on this show, there's not going to be any controlling or power moves going on where we'll be like, no, we don't agree with what you say, goodbye. But on that show, I don't see them doing that, letting us say whatever we want and not cutting us off.
I think that
it's gotta be
either
here.
way would be. I don't think it would be a bad experience. I don't think it would be a like shit talking thing.
No, I don't think so either. But
because Jimmy Linguini was on tonight, we talked a little bit of shit. But I mean, it wasn't like an attack on him. We were like, we shot the shit. We weren't dicks.
Well, the whole thing is the connection between this show and this network and all that other shit, like the string that connects the two cups together, has been not straight. It's been fucked with by all these other people that we had on our network, like the crystal shit. That's the thing that's breaking the string. Otherwise, if we would have met Elisa in any other form, we wouldn't have cared. There would be no conflict whatsoever. It's all based on this thing that's in between the two shows.
But isn't all of our history, tragic or not, interesting? Even the shit that didn't go right. What if everything went perfectly here? Is that a good thing? I think not.
No,
shouldn't there be some type of conflict?
I'm saying that specific conflict is based on a specific person who was here and had a radio show here and now is not here. Yeah. And that caused the tension between. Otherwise, when we first started this, when Joey had his show, Elisa called into Joey's show and it was like, Joey's like, "Hey, good. I'm happy for you. Good luck with your show." The shows were on at the same time, and Joey even said, like, "Oh, I'll listen to your show when I'll listen back when I can," and then like, "I don't want to step on you," and like they were even saying they didn't want to step on each other. And then from that point on, once Crystal got here, she brought like all this conflict from being on that show to here. And then we got all the shrapnel from it and the leftover residual smeared all over this.
I like Crystal. She was a flawed human being. And she was animated about it. She was real about it.
I like how in hindsight everyone
I liked
says
her.
that though.
I liked her eccentricity. I liked her being outgoing and being crazy. I enjoyed her. She was funny for me. She was fun.
I just like how everyone says that in hindsight. When it was going on and there were so much issues here, everyone was like, oh, fucking get rid of her.
Well, I never said that, but I had to support. I mean, if everyone's telling me, fucking, hey, it's a problem. I say, hey, you know, the majority rules, democracy. For me personally, didn't give a fuck. Was never affected by her in a negative way whatsoever. Or fucking Robin. Or fucking Janela. I never had a fucking personal problem with any of these people.
Neither of us did. That whole thing was about Max and fucking Joey. Wow, common denominator, fucking Joey again. Hey, come to think of it, every fucking conflict here has involved Joey.
Reoccurring theme, but I love Joey too, though. So now here's another weird fucking.
So hey, like when you know, some people. What if a murderer wants a show here? It's kind of interesting that he kills people, but
that's out of
it's
line.
uncensored.
That is not a great analogy.
No, because where's the line? Where's
there
the
is
line?
a line.
Where is it? How crazy can someone get and still have a show here?
Actually, I would give Jeffrey Dahmer a show.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
You'd be like, dude, this guy fucking murders people. I would definitely love to hear a
if
serial
he was
killer.
safely locked up.
Nah, I want a guy who's actually still murdering people.
No, I don't want a guy on the run.
Dude, that would be amazing.
It
If there
would
was
be
a serial
fucking
killer.
crazy, but I don't want any to be attacked to facilitate that.
If he killed like a couple people and he's still getting away with it, and then he can tell you about it, but there's no evidence for him to get
and he
caught.
shows up like randomly, I just did it. Like, oh my god.
Covered in blood. Covered in blood.
That would be fucking terrifying.
It just happened, man. It just happens.
Oh my god. No, dude. No,
And
I
one
wouldn't
by
want
one, all of us will be picked off. Like the little camera feed, you're just gonna see him like he's gonna disappear from his camera feed and then appear in yours behind you, and I'll be like, Booney, wait, watch out.
I mean, I would
strangle
listen
you
to
with
it, but
piano wire.
I would listen to it, but I wouldn't facilitate to it. First thing I would do if that happened, like, hey, I got a serial killer show. I'd be like, oh, really? Sounds great. And I'd let him go on and talk and talk and talk. And I'd be like on the fucking phone with the FBI 5 seconds after.
No, it's like the real life Dexter. We get to hear a guy like that. Or, yeah, even someone who is in prison and spent their whole life killing people would be interesting to have
If
as a
he was
radio
locked
show.
up, I would facilitate the show. But if not a criminal on the loose, first thing I do would be to fucking alert the authorities, immediately give them whatever I had on them. I'm sorry, I'd rat you out.
But see, the point here is, where is the line? Like, at some point, if someone's such...
Because Joey Boots busts balls and fucks with people every single month and causes controversy, should he go? No.
That's not what he
Show's
does. though.
great.
That's not
Who
what he
gives
does,
a
though.
shit?
He gets to the point where he flips out and then leaves. That's what he does.
But he
You make
never
it sound
leaves.
like it's this great thing for radio. Like he starts controversy. He does
is
it off air 90% of the time where it doesn't even count.
I guarantee when I listen back to you and him fighting, I'm going to fucking laugh and have a great time with it. And I know the listeners did too.
Yeah, I've told him that. I've said like the shows, some of our most downloaded shows, and even not even our shows, just shows that me and him have fought on.
No one could compare to me and you.
But they've been the most downloaded shows. The last fight me and Joey had was one of the most downloaded shows.
Dude, our fight took our listener count and fucking 100 times it.
It's unhealthy, though.
I know, it is, but we don't fight anymore, do we?
No, but it's like, I don't know, it's different. It's way different. With him, he's actually mad. Like, he's super mad, and he doesn't get over it right away. You got over it right away. We both did. He holds a grudge for, like, so long, and even, like, determines what day he'll make up with you. Like, he seriously did that, where He was willing to make up.
He writes it on his calendar.
Yeah, he was willing to make up with Max, and then I'm like, well, if you're willing to do that, why not just do it now? He's like, no, it has to be 2 days. December the 12th. Like, what? That should be a specific day to make up with someone, and when you've already made up in your mind that you're willing to do that, why not just right away squash it so that other person isn't fucking squirming and going, oh, what's wrong? Am I going to make up with Joey? That's what a friend does. They squash it right away. They don't fucking put you on their calendar.
Yeah, but you know what also a friend does, which I think that a lot of people are missing out on here, is that a friend says, that's Joey. Right?
That's old Joey.
No. I mean, but friends of mine in the past, when I was a fucking pain in the ass, said that's Booney. Let's, that's he does that.
I've made that approach already. I've done that where he flips out, and then I'll write back to him like, all right, man, whatever. Like, we've gone through this before, and then he'll just keep writing me and insulting me.
I think you
and
take
then he
that,
quits.
I think that people. I think that you take Joey's calculated attacks as reality. It's not.
No, Joey came at me and
conflict.
He came at me and I went back at him. That's all that happened. He made those comments to piss me off. I got pissed off, and then I came back at him. That was the whole purpose of that. That's why it happened that way.
I wish I was around to listen to it.
But it's unhealthy. I get it, but it's unhealthy.
It is unhealthy.
And it's this fine line between, okay, let's fight all the time. It's great radio, ha ha ha. But some people aren't able to go to sleep and then wake up the fucking next morning and forget about it. He doesn't have that ability. It's like this long drawn out thing where it's just exhausting, and you're like, I don't want this negativity in my life. I don't want to be thinking about it in my normal day like, oh, yeah, this sucks that there's this conflict. And now every time I want to do something I enjoy, this radio show, I have to think about that.
Yeah, but Joey is clearly in the wrong in this argument. So
he's in the wrong in every single argument.
Okay, in this specific one, he is. It's obvious. So why would you be like, why couldn't you just be like, well, this is Joey's obviously fucking in the wrong here. Just roll your eye. I get what you're saying. I'm being a pussy about it. That's because I enjoy the Joey Boots show. Joey's came at me with all of his shark teeth. All of them. All rows of them.
Not really.
Trust me. I've been there. Max has been there. Gonzo's been there. Everyone who's been associated with Joey on a personal level has fucking been there. But to say that's Joey and move along and still have his friendship and his show the next week when everything blows over, to me, it's worth it. Maybe I'm a coward. I don't know.
Jdummy says, Booney said he turned on Twitter and saw it was confirmed he'll be on the show. He hasn't been on Twitter in a month.
Yeah, I lied.
No, you lied about that? That sucks. I was kind of thinking that would be cool to do that.
Well, I think that I maybe just vicariously made it happen, though. So I promise to tune into Twitter at the end of the show, and I'll tweet that out to her. She follows me, and I follow her. I'm not blocked. So
well, I'll put this out there. If she wants to actually be somewhat interesting, she'll come here.
That'd be great. That's what I'll ask. And if she's like, no, I refuse to, I want you to come here, I'll have to think about that.
She's the only person we haven't talked to from this whole fucking
and we're blaming her
web.
for all this whole mess, and we don't know her side of the story.
I don't blame her for anything. I don't even know her. I don't watch her show. I've never watched it. I think I watched it when it first came out. I saw 10 minutes of it.
Oh, I've seen a bunch of them.
No, I saw 10 minutes and I never saw it again.
Yeah,
because Crystal was on it. That's why I watched it.
It's a real weird show, man.
Yeah, I know. I saw she was sitting there with fucking weird puppets and shit that don't talk, but they take up space on the screen.
It's really, her guests are really diversive. Diversive is a
it's
wrong
an
word.
attempt to be the Stern Show.
Not at all.
It is totally. It's she has guys with disabilities on.
You're
like
wrong.
The Whack Pack. I'm not wrong. I've seen it. I saw
You've
it in
seen
that
it
10
once.
minutes.
I've seen
was
it multiple
exactly
times.
like the Stern Show.
No, not at all. That's not accurate at all.
Are you trying to fuck Elisa? Is that what's going on here?
Hell no. Not with a stolen dick. I'm just saying that I've seen this show. It's just really weird to be like her in a box another guy in a box who's like a transgender girl. There'll be another box with like a puppet head. There'll be another box with some other weird guy. So you're talking like, I've seen her show with 4 boxes, right? Of 4 different people talking on film.
4 boxes.
And listen, and the age diversities go from 19 years old, 21 years old, to 70 years old, to fucking 35. Like,
kind of like this place.
Like every imaginable character is there, but there is a reoccurring theme too, where it's like a safe kind of social justice space. But I don't know that factually. I've never felt that. But they never say anything offensive, really. But they do talk a lot about like degenerate sex and stuff, like real, they get real, blue, but not really. It's not a great show, but it's a very weird show.
That just going through the hosts here, we have that diversity. We have guys from all ages. Our oldest guy is 50-something years old.
Oh yeah, we got
just from the hosts. There's diversity. The listeners, male, female, all different ages. I'm sure there's definitely people with mental disabilities.
Well, I was going
us included.
I was going to say too that like we don't have like a lot. We have Hispanics and whites, almost 50-50.
There's a blog. What is his name? Clay, who's in chat, is apparently a black guy.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So we have our first black listener.
What's
up? He's the token.
Token Clay, what's up?
I gave him a survey and I asked him, one question was, does Maxwell make you uncomfortable? He's like, nope. I was like, does Chuck Steak make you uncomfortable? He's like, no. So apparently the two most offensive people that we should be so ashamed of having here.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Well, we have a huge Hispanic following too, but I mean, racial diversity. Oddly enough, on Elisa's show, I thought Elisa's show is like 100% white, dude.
You want to stick your tongue in her asshole or what?
No, why are you saying that? Am I being flattering? Am I trying to
it's
flatter?
First of all, it's totally exactly like the Stern Show. I don't see how you deny that.
How is it even comparable?
It's not. Oh, I'm not saying it's as good as the Stern Show. I'm saying she dated Benji, who came from the show.
Yeah.
So she kind of inherited that idea of how to do a radio show, saying, okay, you should have like weird people on, like quirky weird people, and use them as entertainment. I think it's actually kind of weird when she does it, whereas Stern made it kind of endearing and
it is weird.
Comedic. But with her show, it's kind of just like,
listen,
I don't know, weird.
That's what I've been saying. If you watch her show, it's weird. It's awkward. It's Twilight Zone-y.
My own life is weird enough. I don't think I really need that to.
And by the way, should we tell listeners why we're doing an extra hour? Because of the donations, an extra 2 hours. That's why.
Yeah, Booney doesn't work unless he gets paid, motherfuckers.
I still have never gotten paid here, but yes, that's true.
I told you, Steam Wallet, pick some games out, and you can have that.
Exactly. You see,
that's a good payday for fucking.
It's an
80-something shows.
Any type of donation is an instant effect. You'll notice the change on the website immediately.
Oh, it changed a week ago. I did a fucking 3 hours. Me, Chuck. You need to listen to that show.
I did.
Me and Chuck, and then I interviewed Andy Cruz.
Of course I fucking listened to that show.
I interviewed Andy Cruz, and I got all these crazy stories out of him. Then he came up with a good idea. We're going to have Andy Cruz, and he's going to have his friend from prison call in.
Nice.
And one of us will be there just to ask questions, stimulate the conversation. And then towards the end, we're going to get a female on to talk dirty to him so we can have some jerk-off material.
Oh, dude, we should get fucking Hippie.
Yeah, that's who I said. She's the perfect person to do that.
She did a great interview with B, and I was so fucking nervous, but we ended up just shooting the shit. You know what? When I shut off the chat room and I shut off all the fucking my monitor, and I just started talking, it was just a camera view of me and her. That's when I felt comfortable, and I was able to do the show by myself. But before that interview, the first half of the show that you weren't on because of the edible crisis, it sucked. It wasn't fun for me at all. I don't like doing it by myself.
Yeah, neither do I, but I've just figured like earlier in the week, that's also part of that. I was like, okay, I feel like I should go on now. I owe something, so now I'm going to go on, and I did that. I go on more.
Yep.
and that's where it's going to start. I mean,
You do owe, and I go on and do Boone's Circus for the same purpose.
I think us being solo at sometimes is a good thing.
Yeah.
It challenges. It's not a bad thing. It's not.
It's
a
like training for an
competition.
MMA guy.
Yeah, it's not a competition, but challenging each other is a good thing.
Well, I'd say it's training too. You get out there and fucking get it out there on your. If we do it solo stuff, right? You're gonna learn a lot from it being by yourself and scrambling for words and filling the dead air. It's training.
Chuck Steak brought it up. He was like saying, as like a bad thing, like saying, "Oh, well, Wush made this." And then, then Booney makes something, and it's like, if that's what happens, and fuck it, who cares? They're getting content out of it either way.
Yeah,
if I make something and you hear it and go, oh, that's good, now I need to make something.
I've been solo broadcasting since we started doing this shit.
Yeah, and then when I heard the show you did without me, I was like, fuck, now I feel like I'm not contributing, so now I need to go do my own show. And then
that's right. And when you make a bit, what do I do?
Yeah.
It
made me better. It made both of us better, I think.
And I was like, oh, Wush is fucking making an OC now. He's making original content. Fuck. Now I got to go do it. What the fuck? And I get like bummed out, but then I do it and I'm like, hey, that's fun. I'm glad I did that. Hitchbot was a prime example. Remember I missed a show?
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to give back. I felt guilt.
214. No, 214.
214. Sorry, 214. Call back.
Well, a good attempt. Failed, though. All right.
Super long Wush and Boon show.
Yeah, how long has it been? 3 hours and 39 minutes. Okay, 214's trying again. Let's try this again. 214. Let's try it again.
Hey, sorry, buddy.
Oh,
no problem.
Jdummy.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Jdummy?
Not much. Howdy, boys.
Oh, Jdummy, what's up, dude?
Not much. Long show. Good show. Lots of heat, as we see in the biz.
We get to burn off every last dollar that was donated.
There goes this week's donations, cocksuckers.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Jdummy, another donor. Thank you, Jdummy.
Oh. And he donated cum, which is
and OC.
He gave a sperm sample.
Yes, a couple of bumpers and a mason jar full of jizz.
And I impregnated my wife with it. We're having a baby boy.
Oh, congratulations. I hope you like Chinese eyes and fat cheeks.
No problem. Looks beautiful. I'll squeeze him like grandma. Come here, you little whippersnapper.
I want to know what Jdummy's like ideas are on what we've been talking about. Like people, what's the line with people being crazy? How far do we let it go? And about the Joey thing.
I say we let it all go. Thing. Well, you heard Wush was fucking, of course, Joey attacked Wush like, oh, I got something that'll really make Wush pissed off. I'll tell him he sounds like Opie. And then Joey went on with that because he knows Joey loves this controversy. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's calculated about it.
Well, I think
I think Wush fed the beast.
Well, I think Joey expected everyone to remember that he had some personal beef with the boys as far as stealing their domain.
Yeah.
So I think he took it as an offense that it was like, hey, it's not just a Howard Stern listener. Like me, I was able a long time ago to be like, that's not my problem.
Right.
I don't fucking know Mel Karmazin. I don't give a shit.
That's not really. That's not really why it started, though. You guys aren't in tune with what happened before. Hold on.
No.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So, before that, okay, the whole fight that Joey had with Maxwell was about Max mentioning that Joey got edibles on the air. And Joey flipped out saying, don't mention my name on the air, blah, blah, blah. So then this show, before, I don't know if you remember, I brought it up on accident and I said, hey, Joey he ate that whole tin of edibles. It's crazy. And then he was like, he's like, yeah, next time Zach brings them, I'll get him. Like he was being all weird. That's because I mentioned it. And now, so he started texting me, why did you do that? And I said, oh shit, man, sorry. My bad. But I didn't mention who you got it from or, when it happened. I just brought it up, and then he didn't even respond to that, and that's what triggered him. That's why he did the other thing with the Opie bullshit, because I did that, even though I apologized right after I did it. That's how he operates, and even after he acts like he's all innocent, like, oh, it was you.
Oh, he's totally in the wrong. Come on.
Well, I like Joey very much, and
me
I
too.
get that,
Absolutely,
that
me
Joey's.
too.
Yeah, of course, everyone here does. Obviously, obviously.
But he's
he
can be a big bitch about shit.
He does have the star stroke, and we get that. But at the same time, we're all supposed to be friends, and we're all supposed to be working for something.
Yeah, we're friends. There's no celeb. No. I'm not subscribing to that shit. There's no celebrity. Listen, there's no celebrity bump. You don't get a gold star here.
Why am I not allowed to be the one who goes crazy too? And you guys should say, "Oh, fuck it, who cares?" If Joey,
you're a celebrity. Not only that, your own accomplishments, Wush. I mean, of course, but but you, I think you guys, you misheard me, Boone. I mean that we get that, and that respect is had here, and same for Wush, and same for everybody. I think any real listener or member of this. The respect is there, but at the same time, the respect needs to be extended to everyone else. Regardless of past accomplishments or whatever the topic at hand is, everyone needs to be treated with a bit of respect.
Even playing field, I agree with that. Everyone should be on an equal plane. But some people think they're above others.
Unseen. We all know what's what. I mean, geez. I mean, Joey Boots. But at the same time, level playing field. We're all working for something, and obviously the hosts more so than the listeners or the members. But we all want to see this place do well. We all want to see it do good, and it'd be nice if, like Wush said, everyone could get along for like a whole month. Motherfuck, that'd be nice.
No, it's always going to be someone fighting with someone else. And the other thing is, Joey is welcome to come and criticize me or throw shit at me, but just know that I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to, he can shoot me in the head if he wants. I'll shoot him back. That's how it works. If you're going to want me to be criticized and you want me to take the criticism, then expect to get it back and take it yourself as well as I did. Do you see me going, fuck everybody, I'm quitting?
I have no problem on how you reacted to it, Wush.
Podtrash. I'm going to delete Podtrash. All your shows are gone. Fuck everyone. I've never done that once.
Right.
So why do I have to be the one who doesn't take it bad and he's allowed to and we all have to deal with it?
You shouldn't have to be. And
let me talk.
Right. You shouldn't have to be pushed against the wall.
Right. All right. Let me talk to you, Jdummy. Like, exactly. If Joey decided to come at me and try to stick it up my ass instead of Wush, I wouldn't have gone to the store. I would have been like, what, motherfucker?
You shouldn't have gone to the store. We would have went on. Way. You should have been there. It would have
been me and Joey. It wouldn't have been me and Wush. I would have responded in the same fucking way. If Joey said, Booney, you sound like Opie, I'd be like, what? Explain yourself. How do I sound like Opie? And that we would have gotten into it. Trust me. I'm not gonna be butt fucked.
But that's the thing. He can criticize you and we can take it, but then he can't take it. He can
dish it out though.
Sure, he does, and that's his main issue. He can dish it out, and he likes to fuck with everyone else. But then when someone fucks with him, he takes it so personally and can't handle it. And it's a whole thing where you have to wait a whole week or two. And
but ironically, that's one of the things I love about him.
Because you're not dealing with it. Of course
I know.
You do.
I don't have to deal with it directly. I have dealt with it in the past, and it was very it was taxing on my soul, on my conscience, just to even fucking deal with him on a level where he was pissed at me for no reason because I called him a faggot.
I'm telling you, I get all the great radio. It's not healthy, especially for a guy who has medical issues where stress is probably not a good thing for him. So he should not be seeking out conflict. He should not be seeking out conflict.
Right.
It's the worst thing for him, and it's worse for everybody.
I see that, and probably not correctly, based on you guys, but I see part of that is just that East Coast mentality. It's like you just all been defensive. It's like you're just ready to fucking go. I'm in Texas and I work for a company out of the East Coast, and I had to learn that like it's a different goddamn world, and I had to drop a couple of F-bombs and fuck yous just to get anything done.
Yeah,
because we deal with a lot of
bunch of
shitheads.
rattlesnakes up here. This is where the country.
It's crazy, dude.
This is where the country was founded, though. You gotta understand that legacy goes back there. It's where we were first colonized in the Northeast.
Yeah, no, it's in the genes, man. But I'm saying, he's. And again, I like Boots. I'm not trying to gang up, but yeah, he definitely is coiled. He's ready to spring like a cobra.
But this behavior
as a slight, even if it's not.
Yeah, but this behavior is unique to Joey in our community. So it's not like a bunch of guys who keep doing this. It's one guy. And I love Joey. I don't want him to go nowhere. Man, I missed him so much. I tuned in at 8 o'clock tonight on my phone when I was cooking dinner. And
I was driving the kid home from my in-laws, and I'm like, I've got the 3G and I've got the phone on the dash of the truck, and I'm like,
right.
Well, I hear Gonzo and Wush. Good to see Gonzo back, I guess. I showed up for work, but, like, where's Boots?
Well, the Joey Boots show is great. It's a good product here. And that's why it's like, Joey, you're attacking the people who are facilitating everything you want to do on an intellectual level regarding radio. You're attacking the only people who got your fucking back. Yeah, the only people who possibly get your back in this medium. You're going against, man. What the fuck? Why? You need conflict that bad. I can find you some good conflict. You don't have to search. You might have to search it out. But the people who are
a guy named Chuck Steak that feels pretty passionate about chemtrails will get you on the phone.
Exactly. Plenty of conflict. You don't have to manufacture it.
Fucking shout out to Chuck Steak.
And Wush, I think that everyone who has bought into Joey's conflict is biting bait. I think it's bait.
No, because that's the thing. We're not trying to like make fake conflict. It should be organic and real like that. Him just to come out of nowhere left field with that shit, it just felt contrived, and that's why I was so like taken back by like, wait, am I really gonna argue? Like I wasn't even sure whether I should argue back with him. And then when you left, it was like a weird moment where we argue, and then he was like talking about how he wants to fuck me.
I missed that. I cannot wait to listen back.
He's like, I want to fuck you on the back of your seat and get cum all over. And then I was like, wait, so now we're not fighting anymore. And then all of a sudden he got angry again. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, but you have to understand too, Wush, that I said, listen, dude, I need a 15-minute break. I'll be right back. And then that, immediately after I said that, all that shit started. I stuck around for like 5 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I got to go. I got to go to the store before they close.
Yeah, it just happened, Boone. I think the idea was to take a break. It just fucking popped off.
It wasn't even the idea. I said, Wush, I need a 15-minute break. I want to go get a six-pack before the store closes.
Why don't you go to the fucking store before the show starts?
Because I wasn't planning on drinking.
Always plan on drinking, because it's going to happen probably every show.
That's why I buy 2 packs of smokes at a time. All
right, dude, listen, I've been drinking too much.
I'm out of cigarettes right now, and I haven't lit one up in a fucking hour and a half, and I'm dying, but I'm still here.
Well, it's 2 a.m.
Can I leave for 15 minutes? What happens if I leave for 15 minutes?
You can leave for an hour.
You'll be gone. I guarantee if I left for 15 minutes, I'd come back and you be gone.
Oh, 15 minutes? I could do. Hey, how dare you?
You'd be gone.
I covered the show in your absence.
Yeah,
that wasn't 15 minutes. That was 2 hours.
If it's a show with both of us, if I left, I've seen you do that where I get up for 2 seconds to like walk over to the other side of the room. And you're like, oh, I guess Wush is gone and the show's over, folks. Like then I come back and I'm like, no, wait. And I have to run back.
After we did our 2 hours?
Yeah, after our 2 hours, overtime, but still.
Yeah, but that might be more on Mrs. Booney or the kiddo. Come on.
It's just me going to bed.
No, there's no one there asking for him. He just jumps off.
Everyone's asleep.
All right, well, let's back to contrived conflict.
See, that's organic conflict. That's what I'm trying to say here.
See, now Wush is starting to start shit with me.
Yeah, you fucking sound like Anthony. Hey. You sound like Anthony Cumia. Your voice, like you're trying to sound like Anthony a little bit.
I saw you sucking cock at a pickup truck at a construction site early in the morning, Wush.
You're like the everyday guy.
Was it a white or blue truck?
It was a blue truck.
I got a white truck.
I got a white truck too.
Me this time, cocksucker.
I got a I got a white Silverado crew cab with the big bed.
Oh, I just got a little Dodge. Just a little something to get me around.
Yeah, my old...
contrived conflict. The chat room. I'm surprised no one else took anybody up on the offer to call in. Seemed like a lot of people had shit to say, right?
They're scared. Jeez. They're scared. They'll go in the chat room, but they won't call in. That makes us cool, though, because if fucking we would call into their shit, but we don't. We don't even give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we gave a fuck.
I honestly can't even keep track of like what show we're dealing with. Like, I don't know what it is. That's how little I care or know about it. So I'm like, wait, are these people here because of Elisa or Crystal?
They think we know. Okay, check it out, Wush. They think we know the history.
I've lost track. They'll be in here and then I'll be like, wait, you hate Robin or something? They'll be like, no, we hate, like, oh, you must love Crystal. They're like, no, we hate Crystal and Elisa.
Yeah, we don't know.
They hate both Elisa and Crystal. Then I'm like, who are you then?
And each world has their own sector.
Right, like, but we don't know about it.
There's weird. Three. There's like
I don't.
But everybody's welcome. So if you welcome somebody that somebody hates, like, oh, these guys welcome somebody that we hate, they assume we know the history.
We have no idea what's going on out
of
there.
The person.
This little bubble that we built, we have no clue what's going on outside of it. Do you not realize that by now?
Yeah, we just want to do radio.
That's why we created this fucking thing, so we can get away from you people.
Yeah, but having them involved is interesting too, because now we're talking about it. It's a real weird phenomenon.
A giant bubble, and they penetrated the bubble, and now they're in our bubble, asking us if we know what goes on outside of it, and we're like, we haven't been outside in fucking 18 months.
But that's complicated, Wush. It's not that complicated. What it is people like Crystal or Robin or Janella show up, and we're like, hey, welcome aboard, and we don't know their history.
They drag a bunch of skeletons in with them.
Then
ask us to bury them.
Right. All of their internet history is coming with them.
Hey, guys. Hey, hi. Hey, everybody. Could you bury these skeletons that I'm dragging behind me? That's what That's what we're here for.
Right. And nobody knows. Like, we don't fucking have a clue. And so it was like, these guys.
The Walking Dead, and they left a meat trail.
Yeah. They're like, oh, why is they giving her a soapbox? She's a fucking cunt. And we don't know. Somebody might be a cunt. We don't know who's cunts. Everyone's welcome.
And that's the worst thing, that we're allowing everybody to call in and they don't. Come on, that's like just makes you look so bad that you're so willing to put all this effort in to like Twitter and all that shit. Now you have an open forum to not only insult someone, but spew all the same shit you're spewing and actually have it affect something, because hearing a voice is way more powerful than these fucking texts in a chat room.
Yeah, talk shit. Call in.
We won't care.
Not to mention there's like fucking 30 people in the chat last I looked, or close to it.
Yeah, it's dropping down now, man.
Keep track.
Yeah, it was like
I'm
30.
Just saying, who can keep track of this shit? You know, it's like, call in if you got fucking something to say.
And if there's 30 in the chat room, that means there's a lot of listeners who aren't in the chat room too. So we did good tonight, Wush.
We're rebroadcasting it on their app apparently. So the talk of the town.
We're being pirated, Wush.
Oh, I'm gonna call my lawyer.
Right.
It's come full circle, Wush. How does it feel?
That's right. That is true. Someone's actually pirating my show now. Yeah.
Wush Dish Mean here. We've been pirated.
Yeah, we've been pirated, Wush. You're gonna get a cease and desist
coming your way.
Cease and desist on the Boon. If somebody fucking pirated the Wush and Boon show, you know how fucking proud I would be?
Yeah, sell some hard drives with Wush and Boon on it. I'm waiting for that.
The entire season? Oh my god.
You guys can't get this anywhere else, man. It's a fucking hard drive. It's got all the Wush and Boons on it, even the hard to find ones.
Even the fucking, yeah. It's even got a bonus Boons vinyl hour.
The pre-air episodes, which actually exist. There's episodes that were not numbered that happened before episode 1, and they're not on the website, so there
were like
special.
5 of them.
More than that, there were like 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did 12 shows before episode 1, and there's some good shows in there, actually. I might have to pull some clips.
Yeah, there was a lot of conflict in the early
Do you remember, reminiscing, remember the game show where we did Regis?
No.
was one of our earlier shows, and we did the game show where we had you on and you were a cocksucking millionaire.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember.
You had all the questions. I had all the sound effects for the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Who wants to be a cock millionaire?
Yeah. I was Regis, and you were the contestant. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you got to suck dicks if you want or something.
I have to pull that.
Yeah, it was like a gay bathhouse.
Yeah, I got to pull that, and the earlier prank calls that we had were amazing. All that shit.
They were okay.
Yeah,
you know, I listened back. I listened back to some of the old historical ye old times, and some of it's really corny and horrible, and some of it's really fucking great.
I think back then it was more like us trying to figure out when to speak first off, and then just randomness. Like at that point, we were actually trying to like prepare every single little bit of the show.
Everybody interrupted each other. I noticed that. And nowadays that's not the case. Everyone gives each other, you know, for the most part, you know.
Well, you learn.
You're able to finish your sentences.
That's the easiest way to do it. Just let someone finish their sentence. And if they go on too long, then just yell over them.
Well, this concludes the.
No, you always say that. Why do you get to conclude it?
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, well, why do you always get to say this concludes?
Because it's not the Wush and Boon show if I hang up. It's the Wush show.
Can I say it? Can I say it?
Jdummy should say it.
What does this mean? Play us out. Jdummy. Play us out. Go ahead.
Don't write it, and we'll do it live.
Play us out.
That's
Play
it for
out.
us tonight at the
With
Wush and
Sting.
Boon show. We'll send you away with a cut off the latest Sting album. Take it away. Fucking thing sucks.
There we go. We should have someone call in at the end of every show and end it for us.
Play us out. What does that mean, though? Play us out. What does it mean, though, Wush?
Thank you, Jdummy.
Thanks, Jdummy.
Hey, guys.
Fucking great fan. Good guy.
Jdummy.
All around good American fucking dude.
I think we almost... Wait 1 second. We hit 4 hours exactly just now.
4-hour show.
4-hour fucking show.
That's what happens when people throw us fucking $5 on the donation button.
Hey, Bailey's right. Yeah, so exciting. Wush and Boon in syndication.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who aired this show and listened to it.
Pirate this shit.
Yeah, pirate the fuck out of it. So I don't
Pirate
have
it
to do
and fucking spread it like herps.
Please. And keep discussing us. Keep paying attention.
Herpes.
We love it.
Yes.
We eat it.
Oh, like herpes.
Boom, 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 boom.